evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Poppies fans, wherever you may be, to Silverlands Tarmac Stadium, Tarmac Silverlands, whichever way round it go, Buxton FC, regardless, in this Emirates FA Cup 4th qualifying round replay between Buxton FC and Kettering Town, the Poppies. It's Kettering's 3rd round of this particular competition and their 6th game in it. The second qualifying round was replay, the 3rd qualifying round was replay, and the 4th qualifying round is replay. So it's becoming a bit of a trend for Kettering at the moment to draw the first, but they have won the second, naturally, in both of the last 2 occurrences. Of course, this is the first time we've had a replay away from home, 2 hours up the road in Derbyshire. And it's going to be a very, very interesting game of football. There were, of course, the documented issues after the game at home. Of course, we at Poppies TV completely condemn those individuals and those actions. And quite frankly, if you were one of those individuals who was taking part in that, don't bother coming back to any Kettering games. We don't want you, and we don't need you. But hopefully nothing of the sort goes on today, and hopefully Kettering won't blow a 2-0 lead, which happened on Saturday. 2-0 up, thanks to goals from 2 of the Kettering players. It was Alex Brown and Callum Powell, before being pegged back in the second half by it was Di Girolamo, who got one back after an awful clearance from Connor Barrett, spooned straight towards him. And then a 94th minute penalty when Luke Ward, who subsequently is on the bench today, handled the ball in the area to be slotted home to bring us to this replay. Joining me is, well, as usual, is club historian, statistician and head of media, Mr. Paul Cook.
Evening, Ed. Obviously you're okay.
I am okay, yes, are you?
Yeah, fine. Now it's stopped raining, as we're at the Tarmac Silverland Stadium, as Ed mentioned there. This is a record for Kettering. As Ed said, every game has gone to replay. The first time that has happened in our history. Another one there notched off, and we are 3 goals ahead of Tottenham Hotspur. But all that is irrelevant. It's all about getting round to that first round proper against either York City or Morpeth, which is being played tonight in Morpeth. And of course, that is the excitement for either one of these sides, or whoever progresses later in this competition. Unbeaten so far are the Bucks. Only failed to score in 1 game. That was on September the 28th against Gainsborough Trinity. That was a 0-0. They've dispatched the City Liverpool 6-1. Ashton Colliery after a replay 5-1. And also they've demolished Rushall Olympic 4-0. So they are in form. Leading goal scorer is Diego Di Girolamo. He's scored 12 goals. Jamie Ward has scored 9. They are 3rd in the pitching in Northern Premier League, and certainly with a host of Poppies in their side. Lyndon Meikle makes a start tonight alongside Nathan Fox and, of course, Ben Milnes, who is always a thorn there. Same sides, basically, for both sides. It is only 1 replacement for Buxton. Meikle coming in for Chris Dawson. Luke O'Neill makes his 2nd debut for the club tonight, coming in instead of Connor Barrett, and Carl Perry replaces Ward, although he won't be playing in Ward's position. So it's as you were. Other than that, teams are on our screen, so not long to go. We're right next to a tannoy system that's gone berserk, so hopefully you can hear us over the dulcet sounds of rock music blazing away. It, as I say, has stopped raining. It tipped down earlier along on our journey down here, 2-hour journey down here. There's a smattering of Kettering fans in the stadium. I can't see one of the goals too well, but looking over there, it does seem to be quite well attended tonight. The highest attendance so far has been 502. So that'll be interesting to see if Kettering can beat that attendance record. That game came against Stadibridge Celtic in the Bucks 2-0 win. And their last game at home was 317 against Whitby Town. Hopefully there'll be a good crowd tonight.
Yes, just bear with me. I'm just going to talk very, very quickly just to see what my volume levels are like.
Well, you're always pretty loud. Ed's going to talk to himself then. So hopefully it's coming through loud and clear. And if not, let us know on the... Ed is now changing his microphone, so bear with us there on that. You've down here. One good piece of news that we can see out there as they're warming up is Connor Kennedy is out there warming up. He's not on the team squad, but he's out there training tonight, so hopefully he'll be in contention for a return, if not on Saturday against Southport, maybe against Hereford on Tuesday, which is the first of our away matches, of course, next Tuesday, a week today, away at Hereford. Whoever put that one in the computer was very, very thoughtful. And the first league game on a Tuesday night. But it is a 3G surface here, and the first time I've seen a 3G surface without the goals having wheels on them, so it looks like a proper surface, although it is marked out for rugby league as well. But a tidy ground, and mostly undercover, just one area behind the goal to my left that is uncovered, open to the elements, but the rest of it undercover, and no one needs to get wet at all, so that should be good. I say it stopped raining, which is great, and the puddles that were on the pitch have dissipated, and the Kettering's substitutes are coming off the pitch now. Isaac Stone's one of those, of course. If you haven't seen the teams on the screen, I'll just go through Kettering's lineup quickly for you.
Yes, please do. Again, I'm just doing a volume test.
Oh, right, there. It's Jackson Smith then in goal, making his second debut for Kettering. Luke O'Neill. 3, Alex Brown. 4, Gary Storer. 5, Connor Johnson. 6, Chris Smith. 7, Callum Powell. 10, Lamine Sheriff. 11, Harrison Neal. 16, Claudio Afusu. And 24 is Kyle Perry. Your popular substitutes this afternoon, this evening even, are 8, Jordan Crawford. 9, Isaac Stones. 12, Luke Ward. 13, goalkeeper Rhys Davis. 14, Connor Barrett. 15, Rhys Sharp. And 17, D. Carey Sheriff. And it's as you were on Saturday for the Bucks, just with Lyndon Meikle coming in for Chris Dawson and Oliver Sherwood coming onto the bench for the home side. Well, this is going to be hopefully a great game, as Saturday was heartbreaking for Kettering fans, as Ed said earlier, 2-0 up to go and lose in the 96th minute on a dubious penalty. Having seen it on the highlights, yeah, I can see why it was given, but I could also see that a lot of people have actually, a lot of referees would have ignored that for hard luck, but there we go.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's the new handball laws are so complicated with hand to ball and distance. You could argue that there wasn't a lot of distance between the ball being kicked and the hand, but I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, his hand's away from his body. I don't think you can have too many complaints with it. We're listening to the wonderful sound of Muse over the speakers. It is slightly loud. It's a good song, so I'm not necessarily complaining from that point of view, but when you're trying to commentate, it is rather difficult. There's quite a good crowd actually in here now. I was looking around, it looked a little bit sparse about 10 minutes ago, but now we're on. It's quite good. If you've never been to Silverlands, we are in this main stand which stretches sort of the middle third of the pitch. To our left is uncovered single tiered terracing. Opposite us is across the length of the pitch is uncovered sort of 3-step terracing, and behind the goal to our right is a large covered terrace with uncovered terracing either side. Dugouts in front of us in that royal blue that Buxton play in. Kettering incidentally will be playing in their red strip tonight. It is the classic cup tie. It's red versus blue, and we are only, well, I make it a minute till kickoff, but and the microphone goes up to say that the teams are coming out, and here they come. Buxton playing in their all white strips, so they're not playing in blue. I don't know where I got that from. And Kettering Town playing in all red. Jackson Smith in goal then in all yellow, and his opposite number Theo Richardson in all green. Today's referee is Ed Duckworth of Preston, and his assistants Neil Evans from Burscough and Louis Griffiths from St Helens, and the fourth official is Matt Tyers from Sheffield. The handshakes are going on in front of us, and Buxton move away towards their fans to the right, so should everything stay the same, Kettering will be attacking the covered terrace in the first half, and then we'll reverse in the second. But of course, a coin toss still is to be taken. So I will leave you with Cookie for the opening moments of this match.
Yep, the Kettering have gone to the left-hand side here, to the open end. There's a few of the away fans over there, but most people are undercover just in case the heavens open. And the teams have been announced to the supporters in the ground at the moment. And as Ed said, it's looks to be quite well packed. I think there's more than 502 in here, which will be the largest gate for Buxton this season. Whatever happens tonight, there will be a winner. There'll be extra time and replays if necessary. I'm going to stop at the moment as the announcer on the field is going absolutely berserk. So just bear with.
I think I've just lost all hearing in both ears.
Number 7, Jamie Ward. Number 8, Lyndon Meikle. Number 9, Diego de Girolamo. Number 10, Tommy Elliott. Number 11, Warren Clark. And your subs for the match tonight as follows: 12, Ash Chambers.
He's just going through the subs, so hopefully we'll have a second to speak.
16, Akeem Hines. 17, Jack Dillingham. 18, Oliver Sheward. And Heath Richardson. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoying an FA Cup game tonight at the Tarmac Silverlands.
There we go. So, we'll try and get through some of your wonderful messages that are coming through. We may not get through all of them, but already France, China.
I bet Mike Scott from Berwick would like us to play Morpeth. It'll be a home game for him, I thought.
I was just going to say they've come from everywhere exotic. France, China, Berwick upon Tweed, all everywhere exotic.
Yes, all we want now is someone from Desborough. We've got it all made, all the equatorial provinces. But Worthy and Pop is there, of course. Crikey, I can hear that tunnel. Yes, so can we. He's done my ears in. But there we have it.
Yes,
well, we're about to kick off. It's going to be Kettering 2 kick off, going from left to right. It's Gary Storer over the ball, who's resumed as captain of the side, taking over from Lamine Sheriff, who's also in the side. And they all go down bar one for the knee. And getting a round of applause from everybody.
There we go. We've got the Desborough Darren Young.
Oh,
everywhere.
Gosh. If in doubt, Daz is there in Desborough. And we're off. The ball back to Connor Johnson. He plays it out. And there's the first collision by Perry on Jamie Ward. The referee gives a foul as Perry's holding his head.
Well, the referee's given it the other way, so I'm not overly sure what's happened there.
He's getting some sympathy from the Buxton fans already. That's the first.
Kyle Perry didn't play on Saturday due to that suspension. Formation-wise, that's a very good question.
4 at the back, isn't it?
It's 4 at the back again. Looks like it's a 4-1-4-1 actually. Neil and Storer central midfield. Powell and Ofosu on the wings. Sheriff sitting in between the back 4 and the midfield 4, and Perry up top by himself. But here comes Buxton. Early start here. Well cut out by Luke O'Neill, his debut for the club. He, of course, will cup tie himself, so that may keep him further. But Harrison Neal's picked up the ball in the centre circle. Bursting forward to the right now. Callum Powell out on the left-hand side. He's got an overlap of Brown. Uses him now. Brown is easily dispossessed, and away come Buxton. And they play well, and there's on the right-hand side, and away they go. Callum Powell working back to try and get there. Won't get there in the middle for Buxton. Buxton out to the left-hand side. Luke O'Neill manages to disrupt play, but not enough. Cross goes in towards the back post. Free header brought down on the chest. Shot! Oh, it's gone wide, only just.
Well, that shows you what their passing game is like on this surface, and very good it was too. A 7-move which resulted in a shot. I'm trying to see who took that shot. He went wide of Jackson Smith, but from my angle it looked like it just crept in at the far side. But first blood to the hosts, and it was Jamie Ward that fired that one wide. But yes, that was a very good move from the hosts, and if they continue in that vein, the game itself I think is going to be a cracker, because Kettering also can move around on a flat surface.
Well, well, we've got to remember that of course we're going to be passed to death on this surface, so we'll see what happens there. Harrison Neal plays a long ball forward. Ofosu chasing down the number 3. Fox, that is the ex-Kettering player, and Fox is forced to put it out for a corner for the visitors. That terrace behind the goal for Buxton is filled up very nicely. Here come the "Come on you Reds" chants. I don't actually know where the Kettering fans are at the moment. It's a bit cold and everyone's got coats on. So there are smatterings of Reds. I think, hopefully, they might even be in the same terrace, which might be worth keeping an eye on. So it's going to be a corner. We can't see the corner from where we're sat. I believe it's Alex Brown taking it. In it comes, high towards the back post, headed away for another corner on the far side.
This one we can see. So
yes, and Harrison Neal is going to take this one. So in swinging corners. Gary Storer switches places with Alex Brown, who goes back to the halfway line. It's Brown, O'Neill and Sharif who are holding fort. Corner comes in, headed off the line. In fact, it's headed wide by Connor Johnson.
Well, that was a poor header then, wasn't it? You said off the line, and if it was off the line, that would have been great, but it was well wide in the end by Connor Johnson. It goes out for a goal kick. Prior to that, though, Callum Powell ran over to Harrison Neal for the short corner, which I think might have been the better option. He had plenty of space. But it is Buxton now on the far side with the ball. And it's Curley with it, fires it long for Meikle, and
offside.
He's offside, so that will be a free kick. Certainly going forward, they look quite useful on this surface, but then they should do. As Ed said, we're going to be past to death on this, so floodlights have gone out at Stratford against Boston. Well, there we go then. Sure, it's not Leamington. But, Jackson Smith to take this. No, he's not. He's left it for Connor Johnson. It's halfway in Kettering's half on this left-hand side. Just Chris Smith and Johnson in Kettering's half, and of course the goalkeeper. Perry there trying to lead the line. It's aimed towards Perry and Afusu. Cleared or miskicked by Fox, but he then just hooks it away for staying in. I think it is. He is indeed, and O'Neill has to head the ball back to Jackson. Of course,
this will be Luke O'Neill's first start for Kettering since 2011.
It is, yeah. He played 19 times under Marcus Law, scoring 2 goals in that time. So it is his second debut. And let's hope that he can contribute to Kettering as Afusu gets the ball, flicks it through, but then goes down, cleared by Jamie Hurst, goes to De Gramello, intercepted by Ben Mills. Mills with a bit of space into Kettering's half. He's got Curley on the right-hand side. Doesn't use him though. Finds Walker. Walker, right foot, he puts it in back post. Poor ball, and that goes out harmlessly for a goal kick.
In terms of footballing-wise, we know that this sort of pitch will suit the players of Lyndon Meikle and Ben Milnes. They're both players that at Kettering enjoyed playing on flatter pitches. Ben Milnes' passing ability we know is second to none. So there are some danger men for Buxton, and Kettering will have to be aware of it. Thankfully, they know all about them. So,
they do, don't they? And also Kettering have that knowledge of that they also are pretty useful on the surfaces now. They've conquered that demon, destroying Gloucester on it, and all the flat pitches we played on this season. They've done really well. So it should be a good test for the Poppies. And the ball is out towards Perry, who's been held back by. There's a wrestling here. He's given the wrong way again. Jeez, unbelievable. Man. Hurst had got Perry wrapped round him, and he threw Perry down. And unbelievably, the referee, as on Saturday, has given it the other way. Well,
I mean, he was being Perry won the ball, so he was being grappled all over the back. Then, as Perry tried to get away, he was being grappled round the throat. And the referee has somehow managed to decide that is a free kick against Kyle Perry.
Well, again, Perry being hard done by, isn't he?
We don't want to be seen as being too biased, but however, even the unbiased amongst us will be questioning that decision from Mr. Duckworth.
Well, you know, it's
been spoken to, Kyle Perry.
He is, isn't he?
It's even harsher. I think it'll probably be for his words, and Kyle Perry's got to be very careful with what he says, because his first booking when he got sent off was for dissent.
Well, for the blatant penalty miss, wasn't it? And,
well,
yeah, the referee.
But he's got to realise, and lots of players have to realise, that the referee isn't changing his decision at this point.
Nope.
It may be the wrong decision, but it's his decision, and I don't think I've ever seen a decision swayed by the players after it's been given.
Well, the ball's on the far side now, though, with Curley. We're back into play. It's flicked over here. Fuso intercepts, but loses the ball and gets it to Lamine Sheriff. Sheriff down this right-hand side. He's got nobody with him at the moment. Still, Sheriff puts it forward towards Storer, but a poor ball. And out comes Richardson, who had a very good game, actually, at Latimer Park on Saturday, certainly saving the Bucks on a couple of occasions. Rolls the ball out to Hurst. He squares it on the far side to Curley. And to Granite. He finds Meikle. It's back with Granite. Long ball, and it should be a good here by Ward. He gets a foot to it and did very well there. It goes straight to Jackson Smith.
Do penalty shootouts count in the goals scored? No. Makes it even more impressive that we scored 903 of them.
It does, doesn't it? And We shall see if we get any more of those tonight. Let's hope that we do. Is there a good crowd there tonight? Looks like there is, but away go Buxton with Ward on this right-hand side. He's got Smith in front of him. Smith does well, gets the ball back to Owusu. Owusu under pressure, down by the corner flag in his own half, hooks the ball away towards Storer. There's Meikle, the old teammates there together. And Hurst comes in, gets the ball. A foul there by Neil on Tommy Elliott. And the referee having a word with Tommy Elliott, who wanted to get on with it quickly. He's also having a word with Storer. It's halfway in the Kettering half on nearest to where we're commentating from, so the other side in the main stand. It's at an angle, so it will be played into the penalty area. It's going to be Ben Milnes with it in his green boots. Ben Milnes, once of Kettering and Corby, but over 100 games for the Poppet. He floats one in. Perry heads the ball out. It goes straight though to Meikle. Meikle plays it back to Milnes. Intercepted, but Ward gets it back to Milnes. Still Milnes with it. Goes out wide. And O'Neill allows that to run out for a goal kick. But yeah, enterprising start from the Bucks. And of course they want to win this game as much as the Pop is. The prize are the York City or Morpeth. Will try and keep you up to date on that score should we get any news on that.
I completely forgot that game was going on. Let me try and find some information. Or in fact, if you are listening to us, maybe you could keep us informed.
Yeah, we've not got a teletext here at all.
It's 0-0 so far.
Oh, marvellous. Jackson Smith is just walking back with the ball. You're missing nothing at the moment. Everyone's in the centre circle, all huddled together.
Alex O'Neill, smash it, Luke. Relation? Or am I reading too much into that?
Reading too much into it.
Let us know, Alex. It's a good surname if not related, but
well, Smith gets us back underway. It goes towards Perry. Hurst behind him. Again, Perry is fouled, and it is a throw-in to Buxton. Nathan Fox with beard takes it.
Yes to relation. Nice to have you listening, Alex. We'll try and hopefully give you some good news regarding Luke O'Neill. He's certainly not done a lot wrong so far. Kettering get a free kick, and ironic cheers from John Ramshaw.
We've got Jesus with us as well tonight, which is nice. Nice to see you there, Jeppo.
Yes, of course. John Ramshaw's just had a little word from the referee regarding his sarcastic clapping. Lamine Sheriff heads the ball through, and it's taken off the goalkeeper's hands by the defender, and out for a throw-in. But all it was Lamine Sheriff flicked on a long ball. The goalkeeper came out to collect it, and the centre half came straight across, took it out of his hands, and played it straight into danger. Cleared away for a throw-in, which Alex Brown has come all the way over to take, so it will be a long throw-in.
Good evening, Doreen. Yes, it's nice to see you here as well. In theory, it's going to be a throw-in by Brown, who's taken over the long throw-ins from Kennedy, who was warming up beforehand, which is great to see. Can't quite see what's going on, but there is the headed out. It's going towards O'Neill. He puts it back in again, out wide to Brown, who does. He's unlucky. Fox gets a touch in, gives Ward a chance. He hooks it forward to chase on here. Jackson Smith comes out and clears the ball out for a throw-in as De Gramello was bearing down on him like a man possessed.
Well, I've just seen two very familiar faces in the crowd. We've got Connor Kennedy sat next to Aaron O'Connor.
Aaron O'Connor. Well, is he going to re-sign?
He's playing very well for Basford at the moment, actually. Has to be said. Of course, another ex-Poppy there, Adam Collin. Yes, Alex O'Neill, brother of Luke O'Neill. Well, we'll try and give you some good news. He's playing well so far. Anyone else having to tell themselves Meikle and Milnes are not playing for us anymore? Yes, us mainly. But it is nice to be able to recognise players straight away. And we don't have to look at the team sheet. We know who they are straight away. And the cross is over towards Nathan Fox. Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate, but it is a nasty one. The ball was cleared, well, it was sprayed across. It was Callum Powell who got there first before Luke O'Neill as he flicked the ball away with his head. And then Nathan Fox went straight into Callum Powell, who's now on the ground, a little bit hurt. But
well, he hasn't moved, has he, at the moment?
No.
And
nice to have you listening, John.
You guys talk too much. Well, you should know.
Nice to know that our events tonight will be the Northants Telegraph's report. So,
tomorrow,
so you know, if you We can stop talking, but then you're going to struggle for your report. I'll just stop doing Twitter as well, so, you know.
Well, he's still down and hasn't moved. Oh, he has moved. He's back on his knees. And Rachel working her magic again on Callum Paolo. Took a bit of a blow there, to be fair. He looks a bit shaken, but he'll want to carry on. We're only a few minutes, well, only around 15 minutes into this first half now. And he looked a bit shaken, but not stirred.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, well, you did go and see the film, didn't you, earlier?
I did, yeah.
So it will be Jackson Smith to take the free kick for the Poppies. How many Poppies fans are there, roughly? Not a clue, as they're all over the place.
Yeah, everyone's spread out, and it's really difficult to tell. Maybe in the second half, when they move round to behind the goal, Kettering will be attacking. We'll be able to see. Because at the moment, they're in with the Buxton fans.
Well, Hurst wins that to Ward.
Ooh.
He loses it. O'Neill gets the ball, though, and thought about playing it back to Smith. Robbed by Ward, and that will be a throw into Kettering, which O'Neill will take. Jackson Smith wanted the ball. O'Neill didn't pass it to him, but has got away with the throw. And Chris Smith thought about taking the throw, and he hasn't. It is Luke O'Neill with it.
Well, we have to say a massive thank you to all 298 of you currently who are listening to our commentary. It's been a long time since we've had those sorts of figures, and it's very much appreciated.
Yeah, please keep listening in. We'll do our best to keep you informed what's going on. Nothing happening so far. Still waiting for the throw-in to be taken, and it will be Luke O'Neill. He finds Lamine Sheriff. It's back to O'Neill. Pumps it forward towards Powell and Afusu. Granite gets there towards Milnes. Won by Harrison Neal. Then put out of play by Lyndon Meikle. And
What's going on?
It looks like there's been a foul. The referee's having a word with Lamine Sheriff and Tommy Elliott.
Well, two number 10s.
Two number 10s.
I don't no. I think no. He's just speaking to there's it's still a throw-in, but he wants to speak to both of them. Not overly sure why. But
well, Vlad the Impaler is still in Greece. Do you live there? Whenever I see anything, you're always in Greece.
Throw-in taken down the line to Powell, by the way, who's won a corner.
Yeah, we've got.
It looks like there's been a change of formation, just very briefly. It looks like Powell and Afosu have swapped wings. So, it's a little tactical change to keep Buxton on their toes.
Well, we are being heard in Hawaii. Aloha.
Aloha, yes.
Corner comes in towards the back post. Nobody there. Oh, Smith is there, but he only gets a head to it. Goes out harmlessly. We're a bit. It's a bit difficult to see on the right-hand side. They've got this great big box next to us. Ed gets a better view than I do of it as the goalkeeper Richardson gets the ball out only towards Lamine Sheriff, who puts it out for a throw on the far side, halfway into the Kettering half on that far side. It hasn't been quickly taken. It's been slowed down as the players get into position.
Throw-in taken. Played, looks towards Lyndon Meikle. It's not. It's towards the 7 now. Plays it back into the centre and a long ball forward. Chris Smith does win the header, but it will go out to the left-hand side for Nathan Fox. Fox's misplaced passing cleared by Connor Johnson. The other thing we've got to contend with is there is a very large metal pole in the way to our left. So we're struggling with that one as well.
It's like being on a building site, actually, isn't it? With all the poles and scaffolding up. Ball's been put on the far side. Brown has to play it wide to Storrs. Beaten to, though, by Meikle. Then Harrison Neal loses the ball. Lamine Sheriff intervenes, just hooking the ball towards
Perry's not the
Perry.
man chasing it down,
no,
really.
Hurst gets it to Granite on the far side. Granite, right-footed, just coming into Kettering's half, flicks it through, but that's either going to go out or Connor Barrett will. Connor Johnson. There's too many Connors in our team.
There are, but
too
only
many
one of them's
Connors.
actually playing, Paul. So that narrows it down slightly, but the ball's been sprayed into the edge of the area for Buxton here. Shot well blocked by Smith, and it will go to Afosu, who's breaking down the right-hand side. He's got a man for company who is clipped by the man. The referee says no, and Buxton get the ball away. I thought that would have been a free kick. If Afosu had gone down, it definitely would have been a free kick.
Well, it was a great run from Afusu, wasn't it? And he played the gentleman's game and stayed up. But Paul Cox and the referee and the Buxton manager having a little set to there about that incident. John Ramshaw laughing it off.
Paul Cox is not happy at all.
He's not, is he?
The first sort of, however long we've had of this game, about 20 minutes now, he has been really not happy. 17.5, I should say.
He scored. No, it's still 0-0. You'll listen to Poppy's TV audio as Buxton break away. There could be a chance here if he flicks it over. He can't. He has done. Great save there from Jackson Smith. Good chance there. It goes straight out to the number 10 who keeps it in on the far side. He's brought down. It's a foul by Kettering. They're not learning from these mistakes. Connor Johnson foul, and there'll be a free kick on the far side. There's a good effort there, though.
The ball.
Yes, don't fanny around with it. Get rid of it.
That's all come from trying to play out the back and being pressed high. Paul Cox is still unhappy about the decision Ifosu didn't get on this right-hand side.
Well, he wants to get that, doesn't he? He wants to concentrate.
Dangerous area here for Buxton. It's on the right-hand side. It's in line with the edge of the penalty area. It's right on the touchline. It will be crossed in, you would imagine. So there may be a chance here for the home side.
Well, Granite's over there with Mills. They're having a little chat. We know Mills can get a good ball into the penalty area. They've got two very good strikers, and it's a low ball. It's flicked, but cleared by Lamine Sheriff. But it goes straight back to Fox, who's changed positions. It's Perry and Lamine Sheriff. Sheriff gets it away to Afusu, who then is beaten to it by Granite. Puts the ball out wide to Hurst. Hurst inside Petz's areas, then he's knocked down by Afusa. Good challenge, puts the ball forward towards Powell, but Granite will get there. Granite skies the ball, and that will be a throw-in. We've had 20 minutes of this game gone. You're listening to Poppy's TV audio, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery, and if you're there on Saturday, you can get some good Elgood's Brewery in the clubhouse. It's a throw-in to Kettering. It's Luke O'Neill
York
with
winning, we're hearing.
York, I believe, are winning 1-0.
Yeah, come on, Morpeth.
So
what's going on now?
A referee is... I don't know if you heard the whistle there. O'Neill's had to go back 3 inches. So he's in the right position.
And now he'll just extend his run up and go further down the line.
Well, Harrison will plays it forward towards Storr. It comes off Flora's boot.
Oh, it's been given as Buxton.
And...
I imagine that the referee is going to be in for an earful when the referee makes his way off the pitch. He'll be waiting for him, or I think he might leave that to Rocky Ramshaw. Time for Chris Smith. Great touch, wonderful touch. But then just plays the ball aimlessly forward. Ben Milnes picks it up, juggles it on his head, plays the ball forward, gets it back off a deflection. Well worked by Harrison Neal, never getting that one, Ben, I'm afraid. Fosu plays it into Storer, who is clipped and then trips Ben Milnes and is given against Gary Storer, despite being clipped in the first instance.
Do you think the referee's a homer, or we're being too unkind at the moment?
I don't know. He certainly made some decisions that I would question, put it that way. But
hasn't he just? Well, Mills has taken the free kick. It went out to Hurst and back to Milnes, putting a long ball in. That should go out of play and has gone out for a goal kick.
Watching, making sure the linesman didn't point to a corner there. Lorik de Kisse, apologies for the pronunciation of the surname, is listening in to us. Thank you very much for your support tonight.
Yeah, hope to see you out there at some point, Lorik, to be honest. But we'll have to wait and see on that one, as Jackson Smith has got the ball on the 6-yard box, and he's about to take this goal kick, which he does. It goes towards Perry. Perry flicks the ball on, this time for Storer to chase. Meikle's there. Meikle goes down with Storer, but gets the ball away. Smith underneath this one. He heads it towards Perry. Flicks it on again. But Granite's there this time, and it's cleared by Hurst, though. He hooks it back. And there's a good header by Smith. Cleared by O'Neill. Storer can't get there. Meikle can, but Powell somehow got the ball, traps it, loses the ball, then is tripped. Referee gives it. Ironic cheers from the Kettering fans as we actually get a decision going our way. And
still 0-0 here at Silverland. Both, I'd say, your best chance of the game has come to Buxton. A shot that was half volleyed just past the post, although Kettering Town did have Connor Johnson pretty much clearing the ball off the Buxton line for them with the a header that was mistimed. Ball clipped into the area from the free kick on the halfway line, headed by Storer, cleared up and under by Hurst. Be a throw in for Kettering as it whacks off the dugouts, and I think may have just... No, it hasn't put a hole in the dugout. It did look like it. It is now wedged, though, in between the dugout and the barrier. A young volunteer there has just launched himself at the ball. O'Neill plays that ball forward. Perry the target. It will go over Perry and spin for a throw-in for Buxton down on the left-back area, which we can't quite see. Fox, we presume, will take it. In fact, as he walks forward, I can see it is Fox. Sharif gets there, but fouls the Buxton player. The number 10, Tommy Elliott. Long ball over the far side is too long. And it will be throw-in, but it will be deep inside Kettering's half.
Yeah, Matt Curley gave that one up. He knows the bounce, didn't he? He didn't even try. He knew that he was never going to catch that. And
problem is, if you were playing rugby, which is played on this pitch as well, rugby league, good yardage. It's right in the corner. Kettering going to have to do something to get out of this.
Well, they will, won't they? It's going to be Alex Brown to take this throw-in right down by the corner flag.
Isn't it? So it'll be looking probably for Perry down that line.
It is towards Perry.
It's over Perry. Headed into the middle, headed away by Neil and picked up by Afosu. Bit of a heavy touch from him. Plays it down the line towards Powell, allowed to bounce by the Buxton man and then played all the way back to Theo Richardson in the Buxton goal. Out to Hurst. James Hurst has got the pick of the half at the moment as he plays it forward to number 7, Jamie Ward. Ward now bursting forward centrally, plays it through to the 10 who is offside. And I wondered whether he was, and if he wasn't, that would have been.
Well, I was waiting for the flag, to be honest. There, Ed. From my position, it looked like he was a good 3 inches offside.
All of 3 inches.
All of 3 inches offside, but the right decision. And it was good movement again, though, from the Bucks, who do move it well on this carpet.
Kettering need to get into this game.
They do.
They've had one half chance from Johnson. Apart from that, not really anything at all. And I don't think it helps that we have only got one striker, which is Kyle Perry. See, it's whether a 4-3-3 or a 4-5-1, depending on how you look at it.
Well,
Perry
Hurst
does win that flick on, but Hurst will clear her away. Underneath it is Johnson. Johnson heads to Harrison Neal, who then plays it through. It's deflected. Afosu won't get there ahead of Fox. Played down the line towards absolutely no one. And picked up by Chris Smith, who takes a touch and then clips long. Should be headed away by Meikle, only as far as Harrison Neal. Takes a touch down. Breaks forward. Ward on his back. Plays a wonderful outside of the ball towards Powell. Good defending that from Matt Curley as he clears the ball towards Jackson Smith, who hits long again towards absolutely no one. Perry will just be a presence there, headed away. Neal wins the header back. Perry's offside. It's not given because it doesn't reach him. And that ball all the way through goes back to Jackson Smith again. So a bit of back and forth this from both sides.
Yeah, you're saying that we've not really created any chances. We haven't, but then you could go back to the game on Saturday. Buxton didn't create anything in that first half, really. They did go 2-0 down before they got to grips with the surface and the conditions. The same probably could be happening here, but Kettering can't really get their grips on this as we speak. And again, Meikle just clears the ball away towards Jamie Ward. O'Neill wins the header from him there, gives it to Fox, who then spoons the ball. O'Neill and Smith between them get the ball away. It's hooked high, and that's on the stand.
No, it's not. It's
in the stand.
In the stand.
So
that ball was still bouncing about 20 foot high, though. Passed back by a man in a yellow and black bobble hat. Fitching matches it with his jacket as well, which is also yellow and black.
O'Neill gets the ball back, squares it to Chris Smith. Chris Smith, left-footed, gets the ball to Afusu running down there, beats one, beats two, still Afusu going in the centre, still Afusu, puts it through, but it's cut out by Meikle. Only goes towards Perry. Perry though might try a shot. It's a bit too much of Perry, then gives the ball away, and the advantage Kettering had went, and the cheers from the Buxton crowd emit as Perry loses that. It's a good breakaway here though for Warren Clark on the far side. Inside the area comes Warren Clark. Powell is there. Good work though from Connor Johnson. He just clears the ball, which he has to do. It's been mopped up by Granite in the Buxton half, and he takes his time before he delivers the ball. He plays it out wide. It's back with him though, and only Perry up front for the Poppies at the moment. The ball might come over here to Hurst. It does. It's been squared across the park. Switched it. He's got Fox overlapping if he wants to. Still Hurst with it. Fox with him. Still Hurst behind the metal stanchion. Fox has got the ball now. He's got Afusu in front of him, who wins the ball and then falls over it, and this will go for a goal kick. I thought for a moment the referee was going to produce the horror show and give a corner, but no, he hasn't. So it's still at 1-0
No,
to. It's not 1-0 to York.
Oh, sorry.
Let me finish.
Well, why are you doing you?
So Jackson Smith with the goal kick on the 6-yard box. It looks to be quite a good crowd, I must say, in here now. All 4 sides have got people around them, and Smith gets it back underway for the Poppies towards Perry. Hurst there as well. Perry wins the ball, trying to find Storer. Storer gets it. Cries of handball, nothing given. Storer still with the ball. Plays it out wide for Powell. Ed, take over, I can't see.
Powell has kept the ball in right down by the corner flag, is then absolutely whacked off the ball by Nathan. Sorry, it's the number 5, Josh Granite, as he comes over and just bundles into Callum Powell, who ends up face first. It's going to effectively be a corner, this, because it is pretty much on the corner quadrant. I'm just going to stand up to see round the structure. It is in the corner quadrant, so we're looking at a corner here, to be honest, for Kettering. It will be Alex Brown taking it, as is the usual corner routine. In it comes. That's far too deep. Straight out of play, over the bar.
Yeah, all that excitement I couldn't see there, Ed. So
all of the deliveries from that side today have been far too deep. It seems to be that they're looking for Chris Smith at the back post to nod it back over, but it's just getting underneath it too much for Alex Brown at the moment. Not got his sights in yet.
No, and as I say, it's still 0-0 here. Both sides have had a lot of possession. Probably Buxton just edge it slightly at the moment. Neither goalkeeper had anything to do with any significance, as Milnes gets the ball in the midfield. Plays it out wide here to Fox, and then side foots it down the wing, but there's nobody there. No, there was nobody there, and it goes out for a throw-in. Nothing yet from Di Girolamo, who got both goals on Saturday. He was very quiet on Saturday until the second half, where he came to life with a glorious goal and well took to a penalty. We don't want to see any of that this evening.
Not really.
We don't at all.
We're just approaching half an hour gone in this game, and it's still 0-0. Kettering probably say not the team in the ascendancy, although Fosie's done really well to get past Meikle as well. Then plays it out to Alex Brown, the first goal scorer of the first goal. Plays it down to Callum Powell, who was the goal scorer of the second goal. Clipped in, no one in the penalty area. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. It's overhit, and Fox allows it to go for a throw-in for Buxton down in that corner.
Well, Storer was the only man forward, and he was never going to get anywhere near that, was he, height-wise? Another chance gone as our obscured vision comes into it, but Buxton get the ball away. It's flicked on. Chris Smith doesn't know where the ball is. He does now. Gets the ball back to his namesake, who right foot kicks it to the wing. Should go out of play. It does. Curley lets that go out. It's just on the inside the halfway line in their half.
Kettering struggling to keep possession at the moment.
Granite puts one through towards Elliott.
Oh, I don't know. That's the ball was well over the top of Connor Johnson, who had the slightest of pushes on him, and then it was given as a foul. I'm not overly sure whether Buxton will be too happy with that.
I'm happy with it, and that's all that matters. So it's going to be Jackson Smith to take this free kick. It is midway in Kettering's half on the far side. Kettering need to get to string some passes together and really push this game on. It slowed it down a little bit. We're coming into 37th minute. It's knocked forward by Jackson towards Perry. Does well to Storer. Storer plays it out wide to Ofusu. Ofusu's Lemon Sheriff with him. Plays it back to Luke O'Neill. O'Neill puts one in. There's Perry. Can Perry get one? He gets ahead to it. He comes off the top of his head. Headed away. Might be a shot here from Lemon Sheriff. It goes over him. He miskicks it. Cleared by Fox, who slices it. And that goes away for a throw-in. Well, a miskick again there. We've seen a few of those on Saturday. Another one tonight. Perry bundles it off the top of his head and couldn't really do much with it.
More slices than a bakery there.
Oh, you've got one. See now.
That has gone all the way out, I think, for a goal kick, which it has. So
three quarters of this press box are fantastic, and the other quarter is absolutely diabolical. You can't see anything. And
32 minutes on the clock, 0-0. Only two.
I must have been time travelling earlier. Then I thought it was 38.
I don't know where you got that from.
Nor do I.
Only two real chances, one apiece, it has to be said. Storer doesn't win that flick on, although he's caught one in the face. It's not going to be a foul. but it's going to be stopped because of a head injury.
Well, he looks in a bit of pain, doesn't he? His foot's tapping there, and Rachel's waiting to come on, just in case.
Storer looks like he's back up. It'll just depend whether there is a blood injury. No, Rachel's being told she's not needed, so she'll sit back down. Of course, Rachel has become a very well valued member of the team. It's nice to see. Been through a few sports therapists over the years, but it's nice to see that Rachel is staying put and is.
She's done exceptionally well, hasn't she, with some of the injuries she's put up with.
The injury that we had in the training game at the beginning of the season was expertly dealt with by Rachel and others as well. But of course, Rachel being the medical professional there was. Well, we dread to think what would have happened had Rachel not have been as quick as she was in that particular scenario. And it's nice to see that she's still about.
Well, a throw into Kettering eventually when play's underway. It's going to be O'Neill to take this, taking his time. Not a lot of movement for him at the moment. He's been told to get back.
I was wondering whether the referee was going to pull him back.
Been told to get back, yeah.
He needs to go back.
The referee
says keep going, and then Luke O'Neill's take no notice of him and takes the throw in from where it was anyway. Afosu.
Well, that could be the first booking of the evening. Lamine Sheriff goes into Ward.
It wasn't. Lamine Sheriff, you are right. Apologies. It's going to be spoken to, Lamine Sheriff. I don't think it's a booking. I think.
Well, the referee's a bit pedantic, isn't he? And
yeah, but it's exactly the same scenario as when Nathan Fox went into Callum Powell earlier. It was. He's just one player's got ahead of the ball than the other one, and he has been just spoken to, Lamine Sheriff.
Well, that's sensible from the referee, isn't it? Unlike the goon we had a few weeks ago, who booked everybody every time he could. Perry is going back to have a word with Luke O'Neill. He's obviously had some instructions from Paul Cox.
I wonder whether Carl
Ramshaw.
Perry stays on after half time, you know. I don't think he's been as effective as he can be in games. Just here in York are now 2-0 up. So it looks like the winner here is going to be playing York. Of course, so not necessarily. A lot of football to be played. Alex Brown managed to flick that ball out of play for. Just
cashing mine back to Saturday. That tells you how it can change. But it's a throw in on the far side to Buxton. And again, the referee not happy from where it's been taken from. Linesman's there pointing with his flag where it is. Been taken now towards Clark. Clark falls down. It's cleared by Harrison Neal eventually.
Oh, get rid of it. He
can't get rid of it. No, it is now. It goes to Powell. Powell, though, chips it back. Perry gets there. Perry's beaten to it by Jamie Ward. Ward puts it out wide once again. Squared it to Hurst. Has got plenty of space in the middle here. Could take it forward. Hasn't. Puts it out wide to the unmarked Curley. There is Curley, but Harrison Neal gets it to Powell. Now Powell was the space to run. Powell opens his legs, but he's closed down quickly by Clark. Ball back to Brown, then to Harrison Neal, who gives it away. Meikle chops it about. It's very scrappy at the moment from both sides. There is Granite heading the ball back to Neal, who heads it back 30-40. Granite again putting the ball towards Harrison Neal. He turns, ball's back with Connor Johnson, plays it out wide. It's going to be too heavy. I don't think O'Neill will be able to catch that. And he hasn't.
Maybe 10 years ago.
10 years ago he may have been able to catch that, but a bit unlucky there. It was a very difficult ball to get, and from that it's just hoofed out by Hurst, and it'll be a throw into Kettering. So not many chances in this game for either side.
9 minutes to go till the half. 0-0, and it's been a game played in the middle of the park, really. Not a lot played in either area. Callum Powell does well to get the ball there, and is fouled absolutely by Matt Curley.
He did well, didn't he, Powell? There, he did very well, all right, tight on that byline, and he got a foul out of it, which I think was the right decision. Just need somebody with some power in that centre in that penalty area to put the goalkeeper Richardson under pressure. He's had nothing to do in this game so far. Mind you, nor has Jackson Smith, to be honest. It isn't as good, in my opinion, as the game at Latimer Park on Saturday, for thrills and spills, that is. Of course, both sides wanting to progress to the next round. Yeah, and it will be a free kick. Neal takes it in swinging. There's a flick on there. It's hit the bar. Hit the bar twice, and he can't get it in. How on earth is that? Powell shoots. It goes. It comes off. Powell again gets the ball. He's outside the penalty area. He goes inside the penalty area and then is knocked off it, and it goes for...
oh, it's still in.
Still in. Thought it was out. It isn't. Neil gets the ball on the far side again. How unlucky are Kettering so far? It's 3 times they've hit the bar in 2 games. Powell on the far side, right foot, he puts it in towards Smith. He can't get there, nor can Perry, and Perry goes down to the cheers of the Buxton fans, and that Harmsley goes out for a throw. And how on earth Kettering didn't score there? It scored there. It hit the bar once, hit the bar twice from the rebound, and blocked for the 3rd time. Cleared by Buxton, but the first serious chances go towards Kettering. That was very close.
I don't know, in terms of, like, you know, the laws of physics and things, how a ball can hit the bar and then hit the inside or the outside of the post
and then come out. Yeah,
I don't actually know how that has happened, to be
well, it
honest.
has, and it is Afusu battling away here, but there's a good chance here for Elliott. He's been brought down on the edge of the penalty area, 6 inches, and that would have been a penalty, and this could be a yellow card. It is the first one of the evening, and it's in a very good position in the 39th minute. As I say, 6 or 7 inches more, that would have been a penalty. It was right out wide there. Opportunist chance there for Elliott, and it's Connor Kennedy, I believe, that's going into the book, which it is.
Kennedy?
Connor Kennedy, Connor Johnson. Connor Johnson.
We've made it easy for you. We've only given you one Connor to deal with on the starting lineup.
Yes, that is true, but there we have it. Well, it's in a very good position on this right-hand side. Mills is over it. It's about actually 2 foot outside the area from the angle. Perry is back there on the 6-yard line. There's nobody on the goalposts at the moment. Milnes, for this angle, very, very dangerous indeed. He's about to address the ball. The referee having a word with Alex Brown. And Milnes still waiting to take this free kick. You can see from our angle it'll be a curler. And anything in that 6-yard box is going to be problems for Kettering. Milnes takes this free kick towards that post. There's a good punch out there and dive by Jackson Smith, headed out by Perry. It's still in that penalty area though, cleared by Storr. It's up in the air, nothing happening. It's a collision, there's a bit of mad panic, and then hoofed away by Connor Johnson, and a foul after the ball on Connor Johnson.
Any of the 3 offsides that were in that penalty area?
We'll ignore all those there. We'll take the foul down here by Granite. I don't suppose the referee will be showing anything of any colour to Granite, but it was after the ball had been played. And Kettering made a bit of a mess of getting rid of that ball, rather similar to how they gave away the penalty in that game on Saturday. And so we're edging ever nearer towards half-time. Nil.
Left. Let's have a look, shall we? Nearly 41 minutes.
41 minutes. Perry having a word with the referee.
Why is Perry having a word with the referee?
I don't know.
He's our main striker and outlet up top, and he's currently the furthest player back. So he's got to go pretty much the entire length of the pitch to get away from there, to get into his position, to try and win the ball that is inevitably going to be coming his way. He is now in position, and Jackson Smith can take the free kick. He goes and then stops and then goes again. This time it does clip. Fosu, in fact, is the man who gets there. He tries to roll Nathan Fox, but the ball straight off the surface and out for a throw-in. Up and under by the Buxton back line. Smith has managed to hit that off the crown of his head and out of play for a throw-in. Not really sure again how he's done that.
Nathan Fox will take it. Ex-Kettering player, of course. Nathan Fox scored the first ever goal at Latimer Park when we lost 5-1 to Slough.
Last goal against Southport.
Last goal against Southport.
Our visitors on Saturday.
Harrison Hill doing well. Finds Perry. Perry under pressure. And it comes off Milnes
Richard
for...
Weston, listening in from Denver, Colorado.
What's the weather like there?
Do we have anyone listening further from Denver? Make yourself known.
Well, China. We went from China.
Yeah. There was. Have we got anyone listening further from China?
So Neil to Perry. Perry.
No way are you giving that. Then there's a
no,
foul against Perry.
No, and that's right. Yeah,
Perry.
The number 4 for Ben Mills. It was.
It is for Jamie Ward. Easiest one of the day you'll give. It was Ben Mills went down after an alleged stray arm from Perry, and then Perry knocked it past Jamie Ward, who then went straight through him for a yellow card.
Mills wasn't actually touched. I was watching Mills. He went down like a dose of salt, and the referee is asking. There's a bit of a melee down here of officials on the halfway line. Nothing, no handbags or anything, just a lot of vocals. Mills getting a bit of attention for feigning injury, and Perry, as I say, is explaining to Mills that I didn't touch you, mate. But, yep, so it's still 0-0. You'll listen to Poppers TV audio, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery. Thank you very much, Elgood's, for your continued support each season.
Canada. BC, British Columbia, I believe.
It is, yes.
It was Jamie Ward who got booked. Those of you listen, Connor Johnson in the book for Kettering for an earlier incident.
I think that's Connor Johnson's 6th booking of the season, I think.
Is it? The obligatory comments from the Buxton fans regarding the rotundness of Kyle Perry. We won't repeat it, but it's 3 words chanted over and over again.
Isn't that racist?
No. There we go. Curtis Vickers, the winner, I think.
Auckland, New Zealand. Yeah, so...
unless we need someone on the South Pole, I think, to beat that one.
So eventually it will be a free kick, which O'Neill is over. It's about 7 yards in the Buxton half.
Alberta, Canada as well, as the ball
comes in.
Great ball, you know.
A handball there. That should have been a penalty. Well, it bobbled off people's arms there. That would have been given a penalty, wouldn't it, on Saturday? But again, Johnson missing a chance to bundle the ball into the net. So Peter Richardson gets the ball out on the far side to Granite. Granite plays it long to Gramello. He plays it to Fox. Fox on this left-hand side. Fox still with the ball, not sure what to do with it. Plays a 1-2 with Clark. Clark does well, and then it's brought down by Sheriff. Nothing given by the referee. I think that was a foul for Buxton. Neil to Sheriff, back to Neil. Good movement there from Kettering. Plays it out to Connor Johnson on the far side. Johnson has got Brown lurking on this left-hand side. He gets it to Brown. Brown plays it to Powell. Powell on the byline, still Powell with it, puts the ball over. There's no one at that back post, and that will go harmlessly out for a throw-in. That's twice that the ball's gone over from Powell, and no one's been able to do anything with it. Ben Mills moaning at the referee, as he has been doing all game, still having a go with the referee about the decision that floored him a little while ago.
1 minute added time, which we're into that now.
So there we have it. 1 minute to go this first half. 0-0 here at the Tarmac Silverlands Stadium. Flicked on by O'Neill. Granite gets the ball out. Perry can't get there. A foul on Lamine. No, he's given it the other way. After giving it one way, Mills does a very quick free kick, and away goes the number 9. He's got acres of space if he can keep it in. He has. He puts it over and it comes off. Connor Johnson for a corner right at the death. O'Neill, not O'Neill, Mills, a very, very quick free kick. Long ball down to Gramello, and he had a chance to get the ball into the penalty. There's nobody there though, but he played it off Connor Johnson for a corner, just where you don't want the ball at this time of the game. So here we go. Can Kettering hold out as we come into the final embers of this first half? Ed shaking his head here, but we shall see. In it comes towards that back post. Hurst is there. Hurst, it comes off Hurst. It's don't know what.
That'll do you.
It'll do you, and that goes for half time. Well, it's not been too eventful. Kettering have had the best chances where they hit the bar twice from the same attack. It headed onto the bar and then came off and was guarded onto the bar again, and then it was blocked on the third occasion. Other than that, there's been a couple of free kicks that have been in dangerous positions, but nothing really to challenge either goalkeeper. Stalemate so far then here. 45 minutes to go before the dreaded extra time, and who knows, the penalty shootouts. But that's 45 minutes to go on that. So we're going to take a break, Ed and myself, at the moment. It's, as I say, 0-0 here. We're back with you for the second 45 minutes in around 10 minutes or so.
Well, welcome back to Silverlands. It is currently Kettering Town 0, Buxton 0. A feisty first half has given us a few half chances, and Kettering have probably had the best chance of the game. A header, managing to hit the bar and then the post and then come out. And we've seen our wonderful photographer's photo of it, and I'm not sure you'll be able to believe just how close it was. It's just got up on Twitter, we've heard, so have a look at KTFC official if you want to have a look at it. But yeah, I think that's probably the closest you'll ever get to scoring without actually scoring. It was actually incredible, Cookie.
Well, yeah, I haven't seen the photograph. I said it was in, don't know about it, but obviously it wasn't. I'm waiting for the officials to come out, who got a very nice round of applause when they came in at half-time. And they are now out on the pitch. Kettering kicking from right to left, and the goal that we can both see really well. So let's hope there's plenty of see something going in there. So there we have it.
There's still discussions going on between Perry and Jamie Ward currently on the pitch. Still nothing going. It will be Buxton who get us underway for this second half in just a moment. Still discussions going on with the referee. It's fair to say John Ramshaw was waiting for the referee at half-time, Mr. Duckworth, and had a very long discussion with him about multiple things, I'd imagine.
Well, yes, he didn't distinguish himself very much in that first half. He's just counting and signaling to both goalkeepers, looking at his watch. And well, we are off and underway. Milnes gets the ball back to Granite, plays it out of Hurst. It's lumped forward straight away for Clark, but Brown gets there first. Cleared by Chris Smith. Perry.
Interesting, Buxton are playing it long for a team that apparently passed teams to death on this carpet.
Yeah,
I shouldn't see a single long ball.
You shouldn't, but to the moment it's a good ball there, though, and you might eat your words here as Dawson puts the ball in. There's going to be a chance here. Anybody following up there, and that's a tap in. Clark almost got there. Goes out for a goal kick. No changes from either side, so it's as you were. And goal kick to the Poppies. The voice almost went there. One thing that is not apparent at these away venues is the hospitality of a cup of tea at half-time or a coffee. But there we have it. Jackson Smith putting the ball down. Listen to Poppy's TV audio, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery. Once again, thank you, Elgood's, for your continuing support of our service as Smith pumps it down towards Perry. Perry gets the header on, but it bounces over him and straight into the arms of Theo Richardson, who's had nowhere near as much to do in this game as he had at Latimer Park on Saturday. He rolls the ball out wide. Clark gets it midway. Powell can't do much. He goes back to Granite. Granite right-footed, plays a long ball again to Connor Johnson. Meikle intercepts. Plays it out wide to Fox. Fox now with some movement, running down the wing, gets the ball in. Johnson misses out here. Gramello gets the ball. Could be a chance. Must be a chance here. Shot. And a great save there from Jackson Smith. And that was from James Hurst. Josh Granite. A great save. Palmed away. And good chance early doors there in the second half for the host crowd right behind them, behind that goal. A corner. I think it's a corner. It is.
The corner's been taken all the way out to the edge of the centre circle, and there's a foul in the area by someone in Buxton colours. I don't know who. I'm currently laughing at the fact that Paul Cook has stood up to see what's going on. I forgot that chairs in football stadiums fold back up and has gone to sit down to absolutely no chair. Oh, if only we had cameras in the press area.
Well, I've just got up and I think I've done my back in. Yeah, we can't see, and I've paid the price. I won't be doing that again. But going back to it, it is Jackson Smith then with this goal kick. Good chance for the host to go ahead. Flicked on by Perry towards Powell. Powell keeps the ball in on this right hand side. Still Powell with it, jiggling away. Does well, might get a cross in here. Does. It comes to the back post there. There is Lamine Sheriff headed out and cleared. Can Harrison Neal get there? He can't. Handball the cries of, and given.
The referee, there we go. It's Kettering's way.
Kettering's way.
He's got to realise that not everyone in the stadium can actually see what he sees, and he needs to tell everyone else which way the free kick's gone. It has gone Kettering's way, halfway inside the Buxton half, and it will be Alex Brown on that side, left-footed, swinging in towards the goalkeeper, but it'll have to be a well-timed run by the Kettering players, as about 3 of them are offside currently. Ball in, headed by, it's a Buxton man actually, and it will be cleared. Away it is. Sliced clearance though, and it will be a Kettering throw-in. Halfway inside Buxton territory. Alex Smith comes all the way over across again. And takes this one. He looks like he's going to go long. He doesn't. He goes short to Afosu, who's come all the way over. Heavy touch by Afosu, but it deflects off a Buxton man for another throw-in for Kettering. This time it will go long. Take 2. That lacked a bit of length, that one from Alex Brown. As Harrison Neal, a little bit of a shove on the Buxton man, resulting in a free kick for the hosts. And it's not going to be taken from there, because that's a good 5 yards away from where it should be.
Well, Richardson steps up to take this free kick halfway in his own half. Plays it out wide to Hurst. Hurst takes a touch, tries to close him down, but he doesn't. Flicked on by Fox. He finds Elliott. Elliott puts the ball forward to Ward on the far side there. Ward outside penalty, puts one in towards the back post. And a poor ball goes out of play, and that will be a goal kick. Well, we're into this second half, obviously. As the announcer said at half time, there'll be an extra 30 minutes if it remains a stalemate after 90 minutes, and then of course if that happens, Ed, we could have the joy of watching a penalty shootout.
No, I've never tweeted a penalty shootout, and I don't really know how to do it, so
did you do one at Sixfields?
I didn't tweet that one.
Ah, right. Well, back to the game. It's Jackson Smith. He pumps it towards Perry again. Perry does win that header, flicks it on. And the first time it gives a foul. Yeah, the first
one from the referee as well, because no, I don't want to sound like I'm just calling everything he does wrong, but it would have been nice to see whether that ball had fallen to Afosu in the penalty area. He blew very quickly. As it did, it didn't fall to Afosu either way, but he wouldn't have had a chance if it had.
It's the first time also, isn't it, that Perry's actually dominated Hurst on that move.
Yeah, what did I say just before half-time? It would be interesting to see whether he comes out again for the second half. He has, and actually so far he is doing quite well.
Well, we're still going to take this free kick. Powell is got the ball at his feet at the moment. We know that he can pile them in. It's a fair distance out though. It's halfway in the Buxton half. There is a wall of 2, and referee making sure that wall is in fact 10 yards, and it is. It's a good 10 yards as well. Powell then takes a strike, strikes it. It's a good strike. It whistles just over the bar. That's just gone over 6 inches, and that would have been in. Cries of a corner. Goalkeeper, they think, got a hand to it, but the referee gives it as a goal kick. Powell there with an excellent strike of the ball, and I thought that was going to nestle in the top of the net, but it didn't. Ball goes out of play, and a push by Brown on Clark gives the Bucks a free kick just at the halfway line. It's pumped into the area that's difficult to see. I'm not going to fall over again, Ed, so when it goes down there you'll have to take control.
I can't really see at the moment actually. If I stand up, remind me that my seat goes up, won't you?
No, I won't.
Right, I actually can't even see what's going on down there at the moment. Throw in, long throw in it is, looping one, headed up and away by Johnson, not completed by Storer. Up into the air again. Oh, Kettering players all waiting each other to do it. Chance for the number 11. Oh, slices the shot wide.
Well, Kettering were waiting for the ball to bounce, weren't they? And they shouldn't be doing that on this sort of surface, as the hosts will know how the ball bounces and know which way it will go. Clark sliced his shot, but it was a chance. Anything on target would have put Jackson Smith under pressure from the distance, but it didn't. It went wide of the goal mouth, and Smith puts it down for the goal kick. Smith addresses the ball, trying to find Powell. Powell will do well to keep this in. He won't, and it goes out harmlessly for a goal kick down the other end. A couple of bounces on this surface, and that's your lot. There's nothing about it. Hard and plastic. I'm sure that it isn't conducive really for genuine football. It might be pretty football and nice triangles and good for training, but I'm not really for these pitches. I know the commercial values are great for clubs. Certainly with a pitch like ours we could do with one, but it gives unnatural bounces all the time, as that happened there. Richardson gets the ball away towards Smith, but Gramello wins it, puts the ball forward for Elliott, gets the ball over. There's a chance here, and there's a handball offside, and a great save, and then put into an empty net, but it was offside ages ago. Again, Smith didn't know that it was offside, and there was a handball anyway before that, in my opinion, but it will be a free kick to the Poppies, and it will be Smith who rolls the ball out midway into the half, and singing starts to emanate from our left hand side. Some of the Kettering substitutes beginning to warm up. Smith then plays it wide here for Perry. Perry can't win, that goes over him, and goes harmlessly for a throw in.
Well, York are 3-0 up, so that game looks game, set and match. Always dangerous to say so many things, but
I think a 3-0 is pretty safe, Ed, to be honest. Gramello, though, with the ball, is being hassled a bit by Johnston. Still Gramello does well, gets it to Elliott. He sprays it out wide. There is Fox and Ward. Ward with it now. He's got Fox overlapping. Here comes Ward. Ward. Still Ward. Gets it out to Fox. He's intercepted and cleared by Luke O'Neill. Handball. He caught it outside the pitch. I thought he caught it inside. Taken by Hurst. Hooked away by Brown. Meikle intercepts, gets it to Hurst. Hurst heads it on. Bit of a head tennis. O'Neill heads it down. It's pumped back and out, and that goes on into the sidelines.
By the steward over there.
Yeah, he did well, didn't he?
Tell they're a rugby league area. Long ball from Kettering, looking for Sharif. Doesn't matter, goes free kick. Sharif has allegedly fouled the Buxton man.
Theo Richardson comes well out of his area to take this. He takes it to Hurst. Hurst plays a long ball over here towards Curley, and he won't keep that in.
Mad.
And we are thrown to the Poppies on this right hand side.
Oh, Morpeth have got a goal back against York. Maybe it isn't all over.
Throw in to Kettering.
Of course, eyes on that game. They will be looking at eyes on this one. Still 0-0 here at Silverlands. Kettering arguably coming closest, although Buxton have had a great chance. Well saved by Jackson Smith. Storer, nice little back heel to Afosu from Sharif. Afosu has to go out to Storer. Storer has an overlap. Does he use him? No, he tries to go inside. He does go inside. Clips the ball in. Cole Perry is over Cole Perry and forced to be tipped behind by the goalkeeper. Missed absolutely everyone. Keeper was unsighted and then got down really well to tip that one wide.
It reminded me of the goal that Perry got against Leamington, where he just got a touch to it, but he didn't get a touch to this. He went over Perry and the goalkeeper wasn't sure. He tipped it round, and it goes for a corner for Kettering. Brown going over to take it. An early chance in this second half for the Poppies. It's been taken short. In comes O'Neill. O'Neill puts in one in back post. It's too hard though, heavy. No, it's kept in. There's Perry. He scored.
No!
He's got a goal on the line. I thought it was out, but it is. It's been given. It is a goal for Kettering. Carl Perry does it again on the line, and the Buxton players are going mad at the linesman. Absolutely, Fox has gone ballistic. You know, he might be for tree in a minute, but it is incredible. It's 1-0 to the Poppies, and Perry gets it in the net, right on the goalkeeper, and It is a booking also for, I think that is Fox goes into the book for his gestures at the referee. 904th goal for the Poppies, winning here at Sutherland's 1-0 in the second half. Well, Perry likes the FA Cup, and the player still having a word with the linesman on the far hand side. Meikle and Milnes over there giving it 10 penneth. Well, who'd have thought that? There were cries for Perry to come off, and but once again he's proved his value, his nuisance value, and he's got it in on the 6-yard box.
Nice to have you with us, Ricky Evans, of course, listening in to us. Nice to hear, or to see you listening in, and that's Chris Smith, who has fouled the Buxton man from a very, very quick kick-off.
Well, at the moment, I'm not going to say it's going to be York versus Kettering, but...
well, why would you have said that? That's absolutely ridiculous.
It's going to be Ben Milnes then for Buxton to pump this one in. He's in the middle of Kettering's half. It's a lot of movement in that penalty area on the line anyway. It floats in towards the centre. Hurst going down,
Smith
pumps out,
it.
Smith out. Smith is still out of his goal mouth, and it is a foul to Kettering, and Buxton go mad again,
Great decision.
claiming they should have a handball. They had that on Saturday, not going to get 2 in a row like that, and they're furious with the referee. Neil looks like he's been hurt in the fracas. Again, good work from the goalkeeper.
I think he may have been hit somewhere you don't particularly want to be hit.
Oh, the gentleman's reasons.
As a male player of association football.
Well, he's got up and counted them, so he's okay. And Smith.
Suddenly it's Buxton's turn to be frustrated with the referee.
Well, a bit of karma there for the Poppies fans that have been berating the referees. There's a bit of argy-bargy down here on the pitch.
Yeah, John Ramshaw being told to calm down by the 4th official.
Smith gets us back then underway. Poppies winning 1-0 at the moment. The ball goes over to Afusu on the far side. Afusu comes inside. He's got the overlapping O'Neill. He uses Neil, instead. Back to Afusu. Afusu under pressure, has to turn, and somehow gets the ball to Chris Smith, who's gone forward. He plays it out wide to Powell. Great ball, chests it. Under pressure straight away, though, Powell. He's got Barrett, who didn't do the run, and the back flick goes away for a goal kick.
Two different wavelengths there from Powell and Smith. So 1-0 here at Silverland. Kyle Perry with the hotly disputed goal from a Buxton point of view. Of course, from here it's blatant.
Well, there's nothing wrong with it at all. As Perry leaves the ball go, and Lamine Sheriff can't get there. He does get there. Good work from him. Plays it to Neil. Neil puts it out wide to Powell.
It was, and then Powell
couldn't get there, could he? Hurst rams the ball out for a throw-in, and it's eventually comes back onto the park via the crowd.
Crawford being recalled to the bench, whether he's just finished doing some warming up or whether he's imminent, we don't know. Ball clipped down the line. Afosu, I think, actually didn't expect the ball to get to where it did, and gave up pretty early.
Well, it's the 17th minute of this second half, and it's Buxton 0, Kettering Town 1. All-important goal scored by Kyle Perry, as Buxton
high and putting some pressure on the back line of Buxton, and it is cleared, and actually really well done. That's good work from Connor Johnson, who's about 40 yards inside the wrong half. Neil clips forward, doesn't matter, it's out for a throw-in from Callum Powell.
That's Kettering's 11th goal in the FA Cup, 2 more than they've scored in the league.
Currently hearing that Stratford are beating Boston 2-0.
Wow. Well, Neil puts the ball through. Powell will be offside, I think, if he gets there. And good work from Granite, getting the way from Lamine Sheriff. He pumps the ball forward towards Gramello.
Good header from O'Neill. Johnson underneath it, heads it forward again. won't fall to Powell. That should be Brown's to cut out. Does, clips it down the line. Powell, a little bit slow to get going, but now he's going. He probably will keep this in right on the corner flag. Knocked it past the Buxton man, but he had a teammate there helping him out, and they'll clear it away with Granite. Neil wins the header and heads it out for a throw in for Buxton halfway inside their own half. Taken quickly by Matt Curley. Now back with the throw-in taker. Looks long, does go long all the way across the pitch. Oh, and it's a missed clearance by O'Neill. It's been hooked behind him, and it will stay in play via the number 11, Warren Clark. Clark lays it to the number 2. Chance here, good defending from Kettering. Both Johnson and Brown shielding the ball out of play.
No changes for either side so far in this game, so it is as you were. Kettering taking the all-important lead, and it will be Jackson Smith to get us back underway with this goal kick. Play seemed to have calmed down a little bit. It got a bit ragged and a bit heated, as it would do in a good contested cup tie. Buxton certainly giving it their all, and of course you can't write them off at all. We know what happened on Saturday. Concentration as Clark puts the ball through. It's a good ball, but that should run away, and it does. It's a Buxton throw in there, wasn't it? Yeah, came off Johnson. I can't see from there, Ed. Take over.
I will. I can't see either now. Warren Clark is going over to take it. Looks like it's going to be a long throw in. It is going to be a long throw in. Still not taken yet. Here it comes now. Looping in again. Headed clear. Meikle heads it back to the throw-in taker. Clark. Heavy touch from him, but he'll get another chance to do something with it. Being shielded by Storer. That cross is deflected straight into the arms of Jackson Smith, who falls on it and relaxes.
Well, the smell of
that is a
beef pie,
smell.
isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Beef and onion pie, I think, is wafting over here, making Ed and me very jealous. We've had nothing to eat since about 2:30 this afternoon. But very nice indeed, as Jackson
Only
Smith.
We had a runner who could
yes,
go and.
He's down there watching the game, our runner.
No, rubbish.
Isn't he? Thinks he's going to do camera on Saturday. He's got another thing coming. As Granite gets it out here to Curley. Curley on the wing, pumps it forward. A good movement here for Clark, if he can keep it in. He has done. Puts the ball at back post. Good header. As Meikle with a chance, he has to turn. Couldn't strike the ball first. Plays it to Gramello. He takes a touch, another touch going through. Didn't dive this time. Gets out the way and clears by Afusu. He gets it to Perry. Perry goes down.
Fouled.
Was fouled. Nothing given by the referee. Afusu can't believe it. And the ball is hooked into the Buxton half, with Granite mopping up, putting it out wide.
To warm up along with Sheriff and Stone. So attacking options being considered by the Kettering gaffer.
Well, Smith puts the ball out for a throw-in of the long ball from Hurst. It hasn't been taken quickly. It goes to Elliott. Elliott gets it to Afusu, and then it's has come through the foul there on Connor Johnson. And sorry, it's Harrison Neal that's been fouled over there. So that'll be a free kick to the Poppies. Luke O'Neill will be taking this. Paul Cox is out of his technical area, giving some instructions. You can hear him quite loudly on about shape, desire and concentration.
Jackson Smith waiting to take this free kick.
So Jackson Smith out wide towards Perry. Perry doesn't win the balls. Granite does. Cries of let it go, and Brown didn't let it go. It would have been a Kettering throw-in had he done so, but it's going to be Curley to take this throw-in eventually for the home side. No changes yet. The subs are out from both sides, warming up. Curley with the ball. He finds De Grillo. He's through. He's going to have a shot. Plays it out wide. It's a good chance here for Ward. Ward plies one in. Cut out there by Chris Smith, who finds Storer, but Storer can't control it. It's pumped back in by Hurst. There's Fox. Comes off Fox's beard, and there's Afusa, who just hooks the ball into the night sky. The mean Sheriff fouls Hurst, and play is stopped while this is going to be taken. Milnes takes it quickly to Fox. Fox on the far side. Puts a good ball through to Ward. Offside and goes out anyway for a goal kick. Kettering need to concentrate. They're going through that period of time, Ed, where Buxton seem to be having a little bit more possession.
And it was about this time in the first leg, wasn't it? It was just, well, Kettering were 2-0 up at that point, but it was about sort of halfway through the second half where Kettering just started to
ease off, wasn't it?
Switch off a little bit.
Indeed. So this is the period of the game where they need to have that game management Paul Cox talks about. And let's see if they can do that. It's Jackson Smith with the goal kick, putting it towards Perry. Perry flicks it on. It's a good flick, but it's cleared out by Curley. Harrison Neal wins it back. There's a foul there on nothing given by the referee. A foul on Storer. Put out wide here, and there's going to be Gramello.
Still with him in that corner. Comes back to Meikle. Meikle to, no, it's the number 2, Curley. Curley, that is cleared away by Johnson behind for, no, sorry, not behind, but out for a throw-in.
You're listening to Poppy's TV, audio sponsored by Elgood's Brewery. Kettering at the moment 1-0 ahead in this second half, but Buxton have the ascendancy at the moment, putting the Poppy defence under a little bit more pressure than they would like. And it's taken a while for this throw-in to be taken out of my vision just.
It's Curley taking this one, takes it short. We'll get it back, you'd imagine. He does, but only via a deflection from Brown out for another throw-in. Throw-in taken, now there's a chance. Good header away by Johnson, and yeah, Sheriff is fouled. I don't really know how you can complain too much about that, Lyndon.
Well, he might talk himself into the book here, Lyndon Meikle.
Here, you know.
It was almost like the old-fashioned sandwich, wasn't it? And he went down. He's still down.
If he does, he makes the referee's mind up for him, because in this situation, the referee won't know who to book. If Meikle turns around and starts having a go at him, he's not going to book anyone, actually, the referee. But Carl Perry has calmed down from the first half when he was close to talking himself into another booking.
Well, again, he's been harshly treated, I think. You know, referee's not given him any protection whatsoever. Not that he needs it, but
70 minutes on the clock, 7-0. Long ball brought down by Perry on his chest. No, his arm, says the referee. So free kick.
Moving ball, the referee wants to take it again. So Hurst again, that was moving ball, they didn't stop. But it's Granite with it on this right-hand side, going into the Kettering half. He finds Clark. Clark taken out by Brown. Great challenge. And there's a foul there by Curley on a blatant foul. He was pulled back, and the Kettering bench is out. The referee, once again, completely blind, needs a guide dog. And that was a terrible decision by the referee. But back to play.
You'll see all game.
Granite with it. Gets it.
Some blatant ones as well.
There has. Granite with the ball still. Very lucky was Curley not to go into the book for that. Referee completely oblivious to it. He finds Ward, but intercepted by Luke O'Neill. O'Neill gets the ball to Storer, who's offside. Must have been a millimetre in that one. But the linesman, and it's going to be a change here for Buxton. It's going to be Chris Dawson who is coming on. And
it's Fox who's going off, and you know what? I don't think that's a bad idea, because he's been getting us a tad frustrated this game, especially since the half-time half-time break. But Fox goes off over the far side, and on, as Paul said, is Chris Dawson coming on, the 14. So it'll be interesting to see what that does to this game, what it does to the formation, what it does to Buxton's style of play.
Well, he did play in the game at Latimer Park, so he knows a bit about Kettering, obviously. There's Granite pumps the ball forward. It goes out wide. Connor Johnson is underneath it, does well, but gives the ball away to Dawson, who gets his first touch. He finds a chance here for Gramello, puts the ball in. There's a goal, and it's Milnes who gets the goal straight away after the substitution. He hit it from about 3 yards into an empty net. 1-1, game on.
Well, I hate to say it, but Johnson's been fouled in that. As Johnson went to tackle for the first pass in, he was hauled to the ground by the Buxton man, which is what the issue was when he ran over to the linesman.
Ex-Poppy scores against Kettering, goes into that statistical book. But so it's once again Kettering have conceded a sloppy goal at the back. And that will give the home side, who they always say play better when they come from behind. Milnes giving a hand slap to Diego Di Gramello, who has caused a lot of problems on Saturday, and certainly his movement was the instigator of that equalising goal for Ben Milnes. Chris Smith then for Kettering, trying to find Perry. That goes over Perry. Granite leaves it, and that will be a throwing to the home side. Curley going to take this. Cries of Wembley coming out from the left-hand side. Both fans must be very disillusioned. I think they're going to go to Wembley. But it is Dawson, Elliott, hoofed forward. Only Chris Smith there. He's looking at it, gets a good touch on it, and then unfortunately turns and hoofs the ball out for a throw-in. It comes into the main stand, not too far away from where we are. Eventually the ball is passed back to the pitch level. And that will be a throw-in to the home side. 1-1 here then at Buxton. Curley with the ball. Goes over Powell.
Cross in, deflected behind corner.
Well, they've got their tails up now, have the Bucks. It's going to be Ben Milnes who trots over to take it. He takes a lot of the set pieces, as he did for Kettering. Kettering under pressure at the back. Only player forward for the Poppers is Callum Powell. Perry is going back. Crowd behind the goal. All it comes in here. Comes Jackson Brown. He punches. A terrible punch. What's he doing? Well, that was appalling from the goalkeeper. Could have caught the ball. Missed his punch completely. And somehow Kettering get the ball away. Meikle slices it, thankfully. And Afusu gets a head in towards Powell. There's Meikle. But here comes Storer now. It's 3 against 3. The ball's through to Powell. Powell's got Afusu in front of him. It's Lamine Sheriff and Afusu, sorry. Powell comes in, shoots, puts in. Great save from Theo Richardson. Milnes traps it and turns away. And Buxton get the ball away any way they can. But going back to that mistake there from the goalkeeper that could have been critical. Kettering, they get the ball back again. Harrison Neal trying to get the ball to Powell. Powell can't get there. Cleared by Granite. And Kettering get the ball to Afusu. Afusu on this left-hand side. He's got nobody with him. He comes inside. Might try a long-range shot. Doesn't. Takes the touch. Plays it out wide to Brown. Brown puts one in towards the back post. High and wide and poor from Alex Brown. And it remains 1-1. Well, that was a passage of play, Ed, that we don't want to see too much. Richardson stays down after that. I don't know what he was doing. He must have slipped on the carpet and pulled something. But, wow.
Not really too sure what Jackson Smith did there. He had all the time in the world to catch the ball. He went to try and punch it. Got absolutely nowhere near the punch. And then got nowhere near the resulting catch and was thankfully bailed out. But
why on earth he didn't try and catch it rather than punch it? I don't know. It's a simple catch, wasn't it? Under no pressure whatsoever. He tried the spectacular. It didn't work. It went to a Buxton player. He got a second bite at the cherry. Somehow it got cleared. And from that, Kettering had a decent chance. But as we speak, it's Richardson down at the moment. Innocuous injury, as far as I
didn't really see what happened. He wasn't challenged by anyone. He just sort of went down. Looks like it might be a leg injury. So you might be right. He may have slipped, or he may have got his foot caught in the surface. I'm not too sure. There's a chance for a drinks break for the players and a bit of information from the officials. No substitutions yet for Kettering. We've had 32 minutes of the second half, so 77 gone.
30 minutes before extra time, Ed. I know you can't wait for extra time. And what was that? Well,
yes,
Theo Richardson, Theo Richardson has got up. He has the ball in his hands. It will be a goal kick when we get underway. Granite has gone back. Well, he's got to come out of the area for a start, so he can't have the ball there, can he?
Can under the new laws.
So still fiddling around with it, Richardson. Has it on the 6-yard box, takes it over, and eventually we'll get underway. Well, that was exciting for the neutral, scary for us, and we're back in play as the ball bounces out on this artificial surface. As I say, it bounces high and wild.
Kettering throwing it will be halfway inside their own half. If I knew more about rugby, I'd be able to tell you what all the distances meant on all the lines, but I don't know anything about rugby, so it's halfway inside the Kettering half. It's the best you're going to get, I'm afraid.
On the same actually, my limits of rugby league is 0. As Harrison gets the ball to Storer, he finds Afusu, puts the ball through to Powell. Powell got a bit of space. There's only Lamine Sheriff in the penalty area. Afusu joins in. There is Powell, gets it to Afusu. He's out wide. Goes to take it even wider, puts the ball in towards the near post. There's nobody there, and there's a handball. Now that was given on Saturday. Why on earth was that not given here? That is terrible again. And
when you decide to chest the ball in your area and put your arms out that wide, and it goes
onto the arm,
I would say that is very close to being dangerous to being a handball. And Paul Cox, I think, has just said to the fourth official that on Saturday one less innocuous, or more innocuous than that, was given. Good work by Storer to get out to Luke O'Neill. Luke O'Neill knocks it through to Afosu on the right hand side. Returns it to Luke O'Neill, the league man. In it comes. Great ball. No one attacking it, but it might fall to Powell. Powell brings it onto his chest. Still going. Callum Powell twisting, turning, tries a curler. Puts too much loft on it though. Direction was there, but it went over the bar.
Trying to do too much again, I think, Powell. The safer option was to lay the ball off for a strike on goal, but he did well with a clutch of white shirts around him. But as Ed said, it was high and wide of Richardson's goal mouth and went out for a goal kick. Well, it's getting towards the nervous part of the game. It's 1-1 here at Silverlands, the Tarmac Silverlands ground.
That's the second time that the referee's told the keeper to hurry up in the last 3 minutes. Referee clearly getting frustrated about the length of time it takes for the game to get on, but there's no one on the right hand side of Kettering's defence, and here come Buxton. Good recovery from Afosu, but still onside. Buxton here, chance low in. It goes behind for a goal kick. It was missed, kicked by Jamie Ward.
Well, if Ward had got that ball over on this right hand side, Ed, there was a player unmarked there who could have just rolled that in and it would have been 2-1, but luckily Clark didn't receive the ball. And it remains, as I say, 1-1.
10 minutes to go, one substitution across both teams. That's Buxton's, and that header from Sharif is too heavy out for a goal kick.
The thing is one bounce on this surface in the penalty area, and it goes away from you. Yeah. You don't get it like you do on grass. And of course, Buxton know that, and they can let balls go. They know the bounce better than we do on it. But in saying that, Kettering have played some good football. Richardson wasting time yet again, and he eventually gets the ball underway. He should be having a word with him. Good header there from O'Neill. Gets Great it out to Afusu. Afusu on the wing. He's all over the place at the moment. Gets the ball back to O'Neill. He finds Harrison Neal. And Neal plays it out wide. It's too heavy, I think. Brown does well to keep that in. Still Brown with the ball. Finds Powell. Foul then is fouled by Curley. The referee sees that one.
Paul Cox straight out of his technical area. Frustrated with that. The fourth official coming over to speak to Paul Cox. Paul Cox remonstrate. Paul Cox has got to be careful here because he may talk himself into a bit of trouble.
Well, Harrison Neal with this free kick, and
I believe. Well, in fact,
Neal comes in. There's Perry towards the back post there. Oh, it's only touch and it's a goal, and they all missed it. The bounce was too much for him, though. It springed like a coil. The ball went high. No one could leap that high, and goalkeeper under no pressure bounced out for a goal kick. Once again, the pitch playing a part in this game. That wouldn't happen on a grass surface, that is for sure, as Buxton clear the ball away. Good work there by Connor Johnson. Finds Smith, who hooks the ball towards Pally. Won't keep this in because the bounce will beat him, as it does. 9 minutes to go in this game, 1-1. You're listening to Poppy's TV Audio, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery, as we're entering the the business end of this game.
Well, of course, if it stays like this, it won't be the business end, it'll be just the business beginning of the end. That is cleared up into the air. Alex Brown battling. Oh, Callum Powell wasn't aware. That's a great ball over. Luke O'Neill will marshal it back to Jackson Smith, who really slices that one, and Buxton will come straight back at, and it's gone past Luke O'Neill. There's a chance here. Great block by Chris Smith.
Well, this has been a couple of occasions there where if Buxton had got the right ball, they were going to have shots on Jackson Smith, but gallant defending by Smith and Johnson stopped that. It's a throw on the far side, taken quickly. There is it Gramello in there, pays it back to Meikle. Meikle takes a double touch. Afusu robs him, gets away with it. He's got past Afusu. Meikle's hanging on to him, gets it. It is Lamine Sheriff. He gets it through to Powell. Powell on the outside of the penalty area. Still Powell with it, tries a shot. It's a poor effort from Powell. He's got to give the ball to other players. Perry looks disgusted. Lamine Sheriff should have had the ball. It was too far out for a strike of that nature, and goes straight into the arms of Richardson, who now has gone down again. Well, I don't know if it's time wasting or he's injured.
If he hadn't been time wasting from the goal kicks, you would probably have a bit more sympathy for the goalkeeper, but part of you just thinks whether this is all an act. Well, he did go down with an injury earlier, so I don't think the goalkeeper for Buxton is being warmed up at the moment. We've only got 5.5 minutes left of this game. There's only been one
Crawford
substitution.
Time?
Well, yeah, there's only been one substitution from both sides, and that was Buxton. Dawson on for Fox. So,
well, Powell in deep conversation with the referee, as he has been most of the game, to be fair to him. Not sure that's going to count. Everybody coming over to the for a drink and getting some words from the management staff of both sides. Cox is going over to the linesman over here to have a word with him, and the goalkeeper is still down. Of course, as we keep mentioning, there will be extra time in this fixture if it remains at 1-1, which none of us want really. And
still talking to the linesman Paul Cox.
Wants to be careful.
He's really not been happy with the officiating today. He really hasn't been.
No, it has been substandard once again, and you know, as biased as you want to be, if you are a Kettering fan, you've got to say the referee has been appalling for both sides, really.
Well, I mean, yeah, especially the first sort of 15 minutes of the second half, he was atrocious for Buxton as well. There were a few that, to be honest, a little bit embarrassed we got, but the goalkeeper's up. Still no sign of any substitution from the Buxton bench, so not overly sure what's happening here, because the referee's now discussing it with the number 5 and the physio.
Well, Granitt's the captain, isn't he? So he'll be trying to find out. I mean, if he's concussed or he's not right, he should be off the goalkeeper.
Well, it's not, is it? There was nothing.
Exactly,
I don't really know what the issue is. He's still on. It'll be an uncontested drop ball back to the goalkeeper, who...
Well, eventually we're back underway, and Richardson hoofs the ball down the middle. Smith is underneath it, loses the ball though, and it's given away, and Kettering should be able to advance here with Luke Neal on the far side. Luke Neal for the Poppies takes it forward towards Powell. The bounce though will go straight into the arms of Richardson, who this time very quickly bowls the ball out to Curley. He plays it long to Gramello, then it's to Milnes. Milnes to Curley, back to Milnes. Milnes, long ball towards Elliott, headed out by Chris Smith. Throw in. Milnes doesn't take it quickly, but takes it in a moment or two. Still has the ball in his hands. Right hand side. Takes it to Gramello. Intercepted by Harrison Neal. Harrison Neal inside, beats two, gets the ball through. Good ball through to Perry. Perry, though, hasn't got the pace, but he's got somebody around him, has he? He's got Lamine Sheriff with him, and Powell backing up. Here's Powell. Powell into the outer area of the Buxton half. He's getting down by the corner flag. Comes inside, plays the ball out to Afusu. Afusu comes inside, still got some pace. Afusu, always energetic, puts the ball in towards that back post. Keeper comes out, and there's Lamine Sheriff, but a good catch from Theo Richardson at his near post, and it's far post, sorry, and it's bowled out straight away to Hurst, and it comes off and given away by Kettering straight away, unfortunately there. Good ball comes through, intercepted by Johnson. Curley heads the ball back though to the goalkeeper Theo Richardson, and time marching on in this game. Let's hope you listening at home have got your hot water bottles ready and your cups of cocoa, because you might be needing it, as the ball is flicked on to Harrison Neal. Neal intercepted. Powell wasn't aware of what was going on. Good ball here on the far side. Ward, if he gets this chest sit down, Ward comes inside, might try a shot, push the ball forward, it comes in here, back post, should be a goal, and is headed harmlessly into the arms of Jackson Smith. Well, if he'd have got any power on that head at that back post, that was game over.
Yeah. It's all getting just a little bit tetchy at the moment. Neither team wants to be the team that makes that mistake.
Well, that's what it's coming down to, is it? Is there going to be a last-minute mistake, a last-minute penalty? Who knows? But Granite beats Perry to the ball. It goes out for a throw from the header.
We have a minute left of the 90.
There we go. We're down into almost time added on as Smith for Kettering puts it out wide, almost gives it away, but he gets the ball back. Again, he's dicing with death here, Chris, as he needs to get rid of it and stop fanning around with it.
Goodness me.
But Brown loops the ball towards Perry. There's Perry, heads it. It's a delicate header. No problem at all for the goalkeeper. Perry fists the ground in not disbelief, but I suppose his frustration and not getting more effort into it. Ball with Hurst though. Hurst plays it long. Didn't think they played long balls, as it went to Chris Smith, who heads it back and goes out of play. So that should be the 90 minutes
we're
really.
About 10 seconds away from the 90 minutes. There's going to be a substitution. It's be Isaac Stones coming on for Kettering, and 5 minutes have been given here.
Ball kicked out by Richardson. And a foul there, much to the disgust of the Buxton players stopping their play, and it will be a free kick to Kettering. Stones is coming on. We've not seen the board yet.
You'd imagine it'll be Perry, wouldn't you?
And now the referee is got his hand up.
And the fourth official still, it is Kyle Perry who leaves the pitch. So his work is complete. He's got the winning goal, and he waves to the Buxton fans who've been abusing him most of the game. And again, they're doing that, and he loves it. He's waving to them. That's it, Carl. You tell him. Stonesy comes on then, gets a pat from Paul Cox and Ben Marvin and Ramshaw. It is a free kick to Kettering. We're into time added on here. Smith, Harrison Neal beaten to it. Brown hooks the ball back in. It's going to be a heavy bounce, and that'll just go into oblivion with the bounce it does, and some of the artificial goblets come up. I don't know what they call them, Ed. The brown stuff on the pitch, not mud, but the pellets that. Pellets. There you go.
There you go. The pellets are springing all over the place with the bounce. It was so heavy.
Oh
dear, oh dear.
That wasn't coordinated either. It's just how this game has gone. 3 minutes left then of added time, and neither team looking like they're going to break the deadlock, although Sheriff has nicked the ball deep in Buxton territory, and Powell goes onto his right foot, onto his left, onto his right, shoots, it's blocked, and it'll be cleared. Neal is going to foul him, and he's going to be booked for it. Needed to make that foul, Neal.
He's taking one for the team here, isn't he?
You should never say it, but what a great foul that is, Harrison Neal.
Yep, he's going into the book.
Again, though, Powell maybe just doing a bit too much.
He's trying the magic. He's trying the Hollywood move all the time, isn't he?
The man.
Yeah, he's trying to be the Salah of the side, isn't he? With all these trickery and all this movement.
You could just tell he wanted to be the one.
And he should have laid the ball off.
To make the headlines, put one into the top corner. We know he can, but just from those situations, you can.
Well, Stones was there, wasn't he? The ball, easy ball was to Stones. He might have had a shot on target, and you never know from that. But as you say, he wanted to be the hero, and not this time. We know what, as you say, what he can do. We've seen it, but it's not going to happen every game, and you know, that might prove costly. We don't know, obviously, because there's going to be 30 minutes of extra time to go, I would think. We're into 49th minute at the moment. Of course, there'll be a few minutes or seconds added on for this foul. And it was going to be taken now. Theo Richardson to take that. We're into the fat ladies out at the 90 minutes in a few moments. Ball comes in. Over to UL, I can't see a thing.
It's good work. Alex Brown puts out for a throw in by the corner flag. Throw in taken quickly. Hooked over. That was speculative. I'm not overly sure whether he was trying to cross it or whether he was going to try one of the best goals I would have ever seen there, Diego Di Girolamo. But get there eventually. Yeah, I'll get there eventually. But the overhead kick goes straight out of play for a goal kick. That's headed away, not brought down by Harrison Neal, but nodded to Luke O'Neill. Luke O'Neill to Afosu. Back to Luke O'Neill. Luke O'Neill still going. Lofts the ball to Powell. Powell, it's a heavy touch from him. He keeps the ball in by the corner flag. I make it, we've got 30 seconds left. Powell, he's got no options, now puts the ball in. Stones is there, Stones flicks the header. Storer keeps it in, slips, still has the ball. On his knees, Gary Storer. Out to Afosu, Afosu lofts the ball in. Sheriff can't get there, headed, no, it's not, it's cleared away. No, it's not. Harrison Neal with the ball on the left-hand side of the penalty area. Looking for an option. He's got nothing on really. He goes past one actually, and Harrison Neal then clips the ball in towards the back post, goes past everyone, and out for a goal kick.
Well, frustrating for Kettering there. They had all that play and never got the ball on target in the end. It went out harmlessly for a goal kick as we're looming to the dreaded half an hour of extra time. And this tie can't be separated in 90 minutes or even in 180 minutes. And if you had the extra time added on at both ends, nearly 100 minutes, I would have thought that it has been a draw. Referee looking at his arm, realises he's got one.
Some on, isn't he?
Should
because, do. The injury to the Buxton man. Powell wins the flick on, and Sheriff. Oh, the number 5 there.
Now Granite has taken out Sheriff.
Has not gone for the ball at all, and he can't even claim he has, because at no point were his eyes on the ball. He went straight into Lamine Sheriff to stop him going past. He didn't look at the ball once. And the captain, Josh Granite, is going to be booked here, and I don't think there's a single person in the ground that can have a single complaint about it.
Well, I think the Buxton fans will. They'll deny it, you know, but
I would make this last chance saloon.
Yes, if
it is a free kick on the touchline in front of the away dugout, halfway inside the Buxton half. So there will be a ball crossed into the penalty area. There will be something happen in the penalty area.
Well, we need a good ball in.
Know.
That's what we need, a good ball
it's
in.
Too far out for me to do the don't shoot trick from a few seasons ago.
Exactly. I wish it was nearer so you could do that. Harrison Neal, though, with it. It comes in here towards that back post. There's Connor Johnson there. It comes in. There's a chance here. There's a melee in there. Somehow he gets it out, and there goes the whistle. We have 30 minutes of extra time. It's 1-1 here after 90 minutes. We're never going to leave Derbyshire tonight, I don't think. And that nice journey home after as well, we can't wait, but it ends here 1-1. Kettering going ahead through Kyle Perry, only to see former Poppy Ben Milnes equalising, and Kettering having chances to put the ball in the net, as did Buxton, but now it is 1-1 and 30 more minutes of play. At least it's not raining, which is one good thing for all the fans that are here. If they're by train, though, a lot of people are going to miss their connections, I would think.
Yeah. If you're listening to us, then get the hot cup of cocoa in, get yourself wrapped up for another 30 minutes, because we are not going anywhere for at least 30 minutes, maybe even longer.
Yep, both teams are in their respective huddles.
At York, I'll have a look. just for you. It has finished 3-1 to York, so it's now official. We are playing to see who gets an away day in York.
Yeah, and that will be at the new York ground, of course.
It will. So team talks have been done. There's a conflab in the middle between the 4 officials who, I have to say, for both teams has been
dreadful.
Utterly awful.
Dreadful.
Really poor. I don't think the linesmen have had a bad game, to be honest, but the referee has been woeful. And Paul Cox has made his unhappiness known, as has actually the Buxton bench on numerous occasions. I wouldn't like to be the 4th official today.
No, he'll take an ear bashing, won't he? From that, he's coming back with
between those 2 dugouts.
Yeah, there's Carl Perry down there with John Ramshaw and Paul Cox. Kettering back,
so
positioning in.
Both teams have got 2 substitutions left.
Yep.
Now, I seem to remember there was a law a while back about substitutions and having an additional. I don't know whether that counts in the FA Cup. There certainly was a rule a season or so ago that teams would have an additional substitution to make. I'm sure we'll find out.
All I want to know, though, Ed, really is if we are going to make any more substitutions, they're not going to be the last-minute substitutions. So if a penalty shootout comes in, they're going to come up cold. Because every time that happens, we've seen on the TV where this happens, they miss the penalty.
Thanks for reminding me of that wonderful European final. I'm so happy.
Exactly. I thought
had
you'd
managed to wipe that from my memory.
Well, now it's back in there.
So
no problem whatsoever.
I'm so glad you reminded me of the time England lost to Italy in the
Marvellous.
final.
Well, both teams are lining up.
One of the worst days of my life at all, but you know, you carry on.
I will. There'll be more of those in your lifetime, believe me.
I'm sure there will. I'm but a youngster who's only ever experienced disappointment.
Stuart's moving fans around here on our left-hand side.
The Kettering fans are going to move over to behind the goal again because we're as we were in the first half.
But Buxton this time kicked this game off in the time added on. We've got 15 more minutes then to endure of this first period. It's going to be Dawson to get us back underway when the referee signals. Just checking with his officials that he's ready. And
fourth sub rule was last season with the crowd situation. Thank you very much for letting me know. I'm sure I wasn't going mad with that rule, but or the law, I should say.
Well, Hurst has the ball for the home side, kicking the opposite way. Good tackle there by Stones, but Hurst gets the ball off him, plays it out to Clark. Clark inside to Ward. He flicks it through, lets it go, and Chris Smith takes opportunity to pass it back to Jackson Smith. He takes a touch and clears it towards Stones. Stones doesn't reach him though. It comes off Clark. Afusu keeps it in play on this byline, but in doing so,
just let it go.
His skill factor let him down there, and it's a throw in to Buxton, taken quickly by Clark. He gives it away, and then a slice by. This is a Keystone Cop stuff at the moment.
This is flashbacks of the second half on Saturday.
It is, isn't it? Missed kicks, slices, and concentration, and probably nerves kicking in. They've got to acclimatise pretty quickly here. It's a throw in to Buxton.
As a non-football player, you just sat there thinking, how hard is it to kick a football?
That was a foul throw by Clark, but wasn't given. Smith intercepts, plays it long to Stones. Stones, heavy touch by Stones, but gets it back to Lamine Sherry. He plays it out wide for Brown. He won't get there. Curley will do.
Really?
Brown does well, and Curley robs him. And away goes Elliott under pressure from Brown, who wins it back, does well, gets it to Powell. Powell now with the chance. He's coming forward. Is Powell. Powell in penalty area. Still Powell with it. Goes down, cleared by Meikle.
Really
and he gets it out to Dawson.
There's the collision from Powell and the Buxton man who made the challenge has resulted in them both staying down.
Well, that's Elliott that's down. So getting some attention here. We're in extra time. We listen to Poppers TV audio with Ed Palmer, myself, Paul Cook, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery. And certainly we could do with a couple up here, I think, tonight, Ed, to keep us awake in this one. Well, not awake, but certainly to help us with the throat. And fans moving around. Of course, some fans will have to leave because of connections with trains and
you
coaches.
Never leave this game.
Well, depends on where you live. And
no, refuse. And Lamine Sheriff is down with cramp at the moment in the centre circle, being helped out by Harrison Neal.
So just one sub each at the moment for either side in this game. I'm sure there'll be a couple more as this half.
It very much depends how the first sort of 5-10 minutes go, I guess. If there's a goal, you'd imagine the team that scores it goes more defensive. And Kettering have got a good mix on the bench of defensive and attacking players, but no midfielders really. You've got Stones who's on, Sheriff, Crawford, and Sheriff and Crawford are the two attackers, and then Sharp, Barrett, and Ward are defenders, and Rhys Davis the goalkeeper. So it looks like it will be Neil, Storer, and Sharif I should say, to stay as the midfield three, unless of course something changes in the scoreline.
Indeed. So we're still locked here at 1-1.
We've said this is the first game that Kettering have played really started since that woeful day out at Gateshead, where they started with a back four.
Yeah, we did mention that prior, didn't we, to the game. It's the first time that's happened, and of course Kettering conceded 3 very quick goals in that game. Luckily that hasn't happened tonight, and the back four do seem to have gelled together
Doreen Cole's
quite
got
well.
The right idea. Go on, Doreen. Oh dear, another gin and lemonade.
Lucky devil. Well, we're still waiting for play to get away. It's a drop ball, and it's been hooked away by Granite. O'Neill heads the ball back to Jackson Smith, who gets it on the byline. He collects the ball, runs to the edge of the penalty area on the side nearest to Ed and myself. Delivers the ball. It's towards Storer. Storer finds Sheriff, who finds Sheriff. And he's still going forward. He's being tackled out of my vision.
Don't foul him. That's not a foul, referee. Corner ball, Kettering. Sheriff played it off one of the Buxton players, I think it's Lyndon Meikle. It was, and Kettering have got a corner. Alex Brown over to take it, swinging inwards. 3 players needed back, although no, they've left 2 back, which is dangerous. Luke O'Neill needs to get back into position because the counter-attack could be dangerous here. Headed away under the bar from the Buxton defenders. Smith gets the ball back, plays it back to Luke O'Neill. O'Neill goes down the line looking for an option. Nutmegs the number 14, and the tackle's good. Meikle picks the ball up, but he doesn't clear it. Buxton will have to clear it this time. Surely it's well tackled by Alex Brown, and Connor Barrett puts the ball in. It's bounced off Stones' ankle, and now here comes the counter-attack from Buxton. Out wide it goes, and now there's a chance for the home side. It's 2-on-2. Twisting, turning, still twisting, turning, unmarked in the middle of the box, out towards the number 5. Goal, Buxton.
Well, Grimaldo has done nothing all game. He gets one attempt on target and drills the ball past Jackson Smith. 2-1 to the home side, and it is all going wrong for Paul Cox and Kettering Town as the home side take the lead for the first time in this competition.
Well, the only good news is Kettering have got 25 minutes to respond.
The difference is up front, really. When they get a chance, they take it. When Kettering get a chance, they can't.
Of up front, there is a substitution for Kettering, and it is going to be Jordan Crawford on for Lamine Sheriff. So 4-4-2, I think. Back 4 with Neil and Storer in the middle. Powell, Fosu out wide. Stones, Crawford up top. And there may even be a Fosu who goes up top and Crawford comes out on the right. Not too sure what's going on. There's a Buxton player down.
Well, we'll have all the theatricals and all the, I suppose, time wasting, we can call it, on show from now on. But Kettering with it all to do. And we are now back underway as Chris Smith takes the ball forward, trying to find Stones. Hurst with him. Hurst wins the ball. Crawford trying to get his first touch. O'Neill touches it forward, loses it to Crawford. Crawford plays it back to O'Neill. Long ball by O'Neill, hooked out by Buxton. O'Neill heads it, it comes off his head and goes for a Buxton throw-in.
Buxton
of course,
no hurry
wasting as much time as they can. They've still got another 15 minutes or so in the second half to do that. But it is Warren Clark with the throw-in. He's trying to find Ward. Hooked on by O'Neill. He finds a Fusu, but he gives the ball away to the goal scorer. And Harrison Neal does well, being tugged back by the 14. Nothing given by the referee. Neal continues, gets the ball on the far side to Brown. Brown takes a touch, goes forward. He's into the area. He's been tugged back. That's a foul. That should be a booking here. And another one goes in the book. That's Elliott that has taken one for the team there, who is through. That's the fourth booking for Buxton. Kettering have 2 in the book at the moment. And Harrison Neal then gets the chance to put one in the penalty area. Everyone on the edge at the moment. In it comes, wasn't 10 yards towards Stones, goes down. That's the foul by Stones, who can't believe it.
I don't really know that's a foul either way, to be quite honest.
I think Stones fell down, and the referee has given a free kick to Buxton.
Yeah, I'm not overly sure. It just wasn't a foul either way, really.
Paul Cox issuing instructions to Isaac Stones as Theo Richardson places the ball down adjacent to the penalty spot in the area. Buxton ahead of this game now, 2-1. And delivers the ball wide. Brown's underneath it and misses both of them. And it's still in play though. Finds Mills. He pumps the ball forward to Dawson. Dawson can't control it, falls over, goal kick. Buxton 2, Kettering 1. In the first period of extra time. Smith, long ball, Stones underneath it, can't get the flick on it, comes off Stones' legs and finds its way to Elliott. Afusu does well but loses the ball straight away, and then wild tackle there by Neal, and this could be curtains for Neal. If the referee deems that to be a foul, he's off. Yep, he's gone. Well, things going from bad to worse. Kettering reduced to 10 men. And Harrison Neal has come off for a second bookable offence. And if the job wasn't hard enough, it's even harder now, as Kettering are reduced to 10 men once again this season.
Game over. It's going to take a miracle for Kettering to get back into this now. Absolute miracle. Silly Harrison Neal. He didn't need to make the challenge. It was... Oh, and Kettering have just switched off defensively here. And Buxton have the ball in the corner. And we'll just slow the play down. They'll have all the time in the world with the extra man as well. That's a heavy pass and it's straight through to Jackson Smith. It's a sliced kick forward. Crawford's going to have to do well with this. He does well off his knee, but he won't keep it in. It comes off Warren Clark actually, and yeah, Crawford takes the throw in quickly, but it was from the wrong place.
Sorry. Well, I just don't see where a Kettering goal's going to come from, Ed, in this game.
No.
They've had the chances, haven't taken them, and a combination of bad luck and fortuitousness has given them. There's another foul, this time by Crawford, and desperation talks here. Referee's not going to take any action on Crawford. But, I think Kettering need a little bit more experience in this side. It's all right having
probably do, you know.
Yeah, I think having a young team is fine, but when you get heads flying around in matches like this, you need that little bit more know-how and management skill from an older player. But that, of course, will come with time.
Obviously, Luke O'Neill, the oldest player in the squad, is he, or does Kyle Perry tip him?
I think you'll find O'Neill is probably the elder statesman out of the two. Certainly has more experience. Then Storrs hacked from behind,
14, yeah.
and nothing given there other than the free kick by the referee. That was Dawson, the substitute, that's has provided that foul, and be a free kick to Kettering. Jackson Smith is the there's a chance here for Ward. Being marshalled by Connor Johnson. Beats Johnson quite easily though. Leaves Johnson dead. Puts it out wide on the far side. It's going to be another chance here for Buxton. Another goal here will wrap things up nicely, I would think, for the home side. There's Milnes. Milnes comes inside here, puts the ball through, and cleared desperately by Luke O'Neill. Gets it to Stones. Stones been manhandled by Hurst. It comes off Stones. It's out of play, and that will be a throw-in to Buxton.
So 2 minutes then until we hit half-time and extra time.
Throw-in been taken by Clark. It finds O'Neill, who only chest it out of play. Time being taken to take this throw-in. Warren Clark once again going to be in there to take it. He does. He finds it's a Kettering throw-in though. He can't believe it says Gramello, but it is Crawford. Gets it straight to Meikle though. Storr underneath it, does a good turn, puts the ball through, desperate dive by Meikle, cuts it out, the ball somehow finds its way to Jackson Smith, who's come out as a midfielder, and Smith plays it to Connor Johnson, who goes over the halfway line, loses the ball, gets it back, plays it back to Smith. Smith out wide to Luke O'Neill. O'Neill, right-footed, puts it long towards Sora. It goes out of play though, poor ball, as the home fans begin to start singing quite loudly.
Yeah, balls could be kept on the pitch. Helpful. There's been the floodlights have gone out.
Floodlights have gone out. What else can go wrong here? We joked on the way down about floodlights, and they've gone out. That's all the abandoned game. I said to Ed, anything could be worse than an abandoned game having to come back here on a Thursday, but the lights are out. Yes, it's fun and games. Here we go again. Leamington revisited, Ed.
Please just stay where you are. There is a 10 o'clock cut off on the lights. It's obviously kicked in.
Oh, okay. There was a cut-off on the lights.
They're never used to games going on this long. We've just been told that there's a cut-out. So it's nice seeing all the phones out there, and unbelievable here just before the half-time of extra time. And the floodlights, the extra 50p need to be put into the meter. Well, we've had everything sending off. Goals, not had a penalty yet. But I don't think I've experienced that, Ed, where it's a meter has kicked out the electric, but it has. What time will it work tomorrow?
Yeah, well, that's all right. Some of us are at work at 8 o'clock in the morning.
But, you lucky devil.
Doesn't matter anyway. I was hoping to get away at the end of 90. I'm not thinking, no, we're not going to get away until the end of 120. I'm not going to get away until the end of 120 plus whatever is added on due to how long these floodlights take to come on.
Well, it could take 2 hours. It did at Leamington before the referee, and that made us play the game, and we lost that game, and the lights have gone out again here. They say it's a temporary problem. If it's that temporary, why is it taking so long to put 50 pence into a meter?
The issue is that some floodlights, depending on how they're built, take a while when they've gone off to come back on again. So hopefully that's not going to happen here.
Well, some nice lights in the background over there. I don't know where that is. Must be Buxton Town Centre or the motorway or something. I'm not sure, but we came through some desolate territory, didn't we, driving over here? It looked like something that was out of Schindler's List. It was desperate. Still, the lights are out, and we can't see anything. The players are out there on the pitch getting instructions. They need to be warming up, and we don't know what the attendance is yet either of this game. I thought that might be coming through to us, but nothing as of yet.
a temporary cutout, then we should have them back on. If it's something worse than that, then we're going to struggle a little bit. Let's go. The referee is calling the players on, off.
Well, we can't really
away.
see it.
It's all very well and good blowing your whistle, referee, but no one can actually
See what you're doing, yeah.
So we're gonna struggle actually.
Well, they're all down here by the
tunnel.
The tunnel.
And in fact, the referee is taking the players off the pitch. I think. Well, the players are still on. The referee has walked off. There's a bit of pushing and shoving down on the halfway line.
Well,
no one knows what's going on here. The referee's blowing his whistle.
Well, he's been doing that all day, hasn't he? So it doesn't mean a great deal from the
Why
referee.
he's blowing his whistle, because all the players are still out on the pitch.
Wow.
Oh, I love football sometimes.
Especially non-league football, this is incredible. Another game Kettering involved where the lights go out and they're all down by the tunnel. Everyone's having a word with the referee, and it is people milling around. No lights are coming on. The Buxton players, of course, won't want to come off.
Has he? What's up? Looks like John Ramshaw might have just been sent.
All right.
Given his marching orders as well.
So that's all good fun.
Do you know what attendance is?
Still not overly sure what's going on. We're trying to find out what's happening. John Ramshaw's still out there.
Well, he's been sent off by all accounts.
Buxton are back out warming up in their formation, but there's no lights on yet. So, sorry, you're not really missing a lot on the stream.
You're seeing about as much as we are, because we can't see anything at the moment.
Yeah.
Just a few phone lights. And this is now getting into the farce that we had at Leamington a season ago, and no decision being.
The little monitoring packs that players wear on the back to track how far they run and stuff are working, because I can just see faint green lights bleeping on the back of Kettering players' shirts.
Well, that's going to help, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
it's a bit like laser tag, to be honest.
It is, yeah. Well, still nothing going on, and. It can't be doing the players any good out there, can it?
If it is a cut-off, you just turn the floodlights back on again.
Exactly, yeah. When my box goes, I just hit a switch and it comes on again, quite simply. It's,
Well, players are still out. No one's gone off yet. Referee has the ball in his hands. The steward's got a torch out and is speaking to him.
Well, now the...
now
it's well...
difficult to know what to say at the moment.
Shall we tell a few jokes?
No. Knowing you, that will never, ever end well.
Well, no, I have to be very, very careful if I go on air telling jokes. But no, they're still all out there, all melded.
With some pushing and shoving going on down there.
Thing is, where we are in the stand, the lights are on, aren't they? So
yeah,
it's not
all the
all
lights
the power.
are on here, including the one that's shining very brightly into my eyes.
Well, some of the Buxton players are going down the tunnel as
this is interesting.
We speak, and the Kettering players
There's
also
not been a final
are.
whistle yet from the referee,
no,
so
they are now going down the tunnel.
Yeah, this is getting a little bit. We've not actually having.
There's no announcement. There's no indication from the referee. The players are going down the tunnel. Yeah, they are.
No indication from anything. Yeah, everyone's heading back down the tunnel. And there's a man who knows what he's doing. He's taken the opportunity of breaking play to go and get some beverages.
Lucky devil.
What a fantastic idea, that man.
It is, yes. I wonder if he'd like to come over here and.
I'll happily give him some money if he decides to. Bring some
players,
over to myself.
All the players and officials are going down the tunnel. Some of our directors are coming up here. I don't know if they know something we don't. And they're going away.
Gentlemen, if we can have your attention, please. If anybody has such a thing as a triangular panel key.
Oh, they can't get the box open. They don't have a key on them to open the box. That is sensational.
Well. Talk about Mickey Mouse.
That is so. The floodlights are fine, but to get into the fuse box, you need a specific key, and no one has that key. Yeah, mine's in my other trousers.
Hang on. I've got one on here. I've got one on my keys.
No, you haven't. Calm it down.
Absolutely amazing.
Well,
they can't get the...
there are lights on in the stand behind the goal, which is where the majority of people are, so safety aspects are fine. There's lights here. But, right. Not really too sure what's going on.
Well, we've had over 500 of you listening to this evening. Thank you very much for that. You're going to be probably up a lot later than that if this game does continue. We're not sure about that yet. They can't find a key to actually get the panel off to switch the power back on is what we're being told. And we've just been asked if anybody has a triangular key to fit this particular device. I mean, we all carry them around with us, don't we?
Yeah, mine are in my other trousers. I feel silly now for not
bringing
it.
I think ours are underneath here, Ed, but I can't bend that far.
Yeah. Well, you just make sure you actually sit down properly this time.
Well, this is it. I've done my back in as it is, so in these stadiums. But it's still pitch black out there, and everyone milling around as you'd expect, not knowing really if the game is going to continue. The concentration of the players and management.
There will be another warm-up when they come back out. That is a given.
Well, it wasn't given at Leamington, was it?
No, it wasn't. You're right, actually.
Didn't give any warm-up time there, but certainly it gives Paul Cox a chance to have a stiff word with the players with the time added on. There's plenty of time to go in the game, remember?
There's probably in all about 16 minutes. We were about a minute before the half-time in extra time, and we then have the 15 to add on to that as well. So Kettering are down to 10 men, of course. But Harrison Neal, the man who was sent off. Still 2-1 here to Buxton. But there's a lonely figure on the pitch of a substitute who's making his way back over here. There is a Buxton player in the stand desperately trying to speak to someone who's desperately on the phone to someone else. Hold up. I don't know what's going on. There's a big cheer from behind the goal. We have lights on. Lights are coming on.
Hey, so everybody is cheering. The lights are back on. They've obviously found the key. They've put the 50 pence in the slot. And a long night is going to be even longer thanks to this delay. Buxton coming out on the pitch. Of course, Alex Brown used to play for Buxton, so he'll know all about their players. And it's getting brighter by the second. Peter Short's come up from taking photos. He doesn't look happy at all. He's not. So we've got to wait until the lights brighten up to the right capacity. And there's a bit of a warm-up going on now. Kettering are out as well. The 10 of them, that is. Remember, Kettering reduced to 10 men as Harrison Neal was sent off for a second bookable offence. There's not really a lot more that can go wrong in this game. A penalty decision, I suppose, is the only thing missing in this game, and an own goal. But then we've had the lot. So... well, everybody is back in their places. Some people will have gone home or had to catch trains because of the delays. People that have driven, of course, are okay, but referee is coming out with the ball. And
well, Kettering have still got a job to do.
Well, the other thing is also, we were told, sorry to interrupt, but we were told that John Ramshaw had been sent off, and I can't actually see Rammers out there. I can see Coxey, and I can see Ben Marvin and Dan Willis, but I don't think
we're just going to get back underway.
Yeah,
There's
so
not really been a warm-up. We're just going to carry on from where we left off.
So it looks like that John Ramshaw was sent off as well. No idea what that was about. Obviously something that he said. And the referee now gets us back underway from where we left off. So underway. Luke O'Neill pumps the ball forward.
Well, a big mountain to climb. Back into the football, down to 10 men, a goal down. And all the Kettering players there are offside. It doesn't matter because it doesn't reach any of them. The ball will fall to the 14 for Buxton. Alex Brown will get there first. In fact, he will allow it to go out for a throw-in. And I was a little bit petulant by the Buxton player kicking the ball away, although the referee says there wasn't enough.
The ball back with Jackson Smith from the throw, and he punts the ball forward. There's no Stones there though this time. Luke O'Neill hooks the ball over towards Crawford. He hasn't got there. It's hooked by Ben Milnes. Luke O'Neill again heading the ball over. He finds Crawford. Crawford gets to Afuso. Meikle intervenes, and we've got Peter Shorty on comms at the moment. Shorty, welcome.
Thank you. Only because I've got a listenership of 4 people lighting out for me. That's the only reason I'm here. So, you're right, guys. Your dinner's waiting for you.
Well, that's a good ball, but Smith gets in the way. They're 2 overlapping. Ben Milnes gets the ball for the visitors. It's down there on the wing. Milnes goes down. It's unmarked as Grimello comes inside. He might try a long range shot. He does. And it goes straight into the arms of Jackson Smith, who collects it and bowls the ball out to Jordan Crawford. Crawford getting longer than his normal 5 minutes of play, breaking forward. Crawford plays the ball long towards Stones. He tries to get it to Powell, but it's a poor effort. It's hooked away and put back in by Smith. Warren Clark playing some head tennis at the moment. And Connor Johnson can't control it. Ball's found Ward. He's done well, controls it. And there goes the half-time for the first 45 minutes. Shorty.
45? Was that how long it took?
I've lost count of lights.
We all have. Well, we can talk about the red card. It was a silly tackle. It happened right in front of me. Harrison Neal needs to understand. John Yellow, you can't be taking liberties like that. The goal was actually their best move the entire match, wasn't it? Brilliantly left behind. Jamie Ward has just controlled the match all night long, basically, for Buxton. Anything of note has come from him. And a cute little finish, actually, past Jackson Smith. Kettering only have themselves to blame, though. I've no idea what you and Eden have been saying all night, but Paul Cox's naivety, and you do have to start questioning some of the game management, because a substitution 4 minutes to go on the clock is unacceptable, especially when there's noticeable opportunities to try and win the game inside the 90 minutes.
Indeed, yeah, it does seem that Kettering aren't taking the chances when they get them, and I'm not sure what's going on now down here, but there's a lot of chanting going on, and Paul Cox is out there on the pitch, so is Ben Marvin. They said there's no John Ramshaw. We believe that he's been sent off. I don't know if you can confirm that, Shorty, or not.
I can't. I must admit, when I was in the complete and utter darkness, a couple of Buxton players walked past me, and I nearly stuck my foot out, because no one would have noticed me nobbling them. So Buxton could have been down to 9.
I think Perry's trying to come back on again. He's got 2 bottles in his hand, and having a word with the 4th official. Ben Marvin's out there. There's no John Ramshaw, so Ramshaw's not there, nor is Harrison Neal. We're about to start the second half of the 30.
And I'm going to go and get the winning goal, hopefully.
And Shorty's off to take some more photos, which will appear. Comes off the referee now. Shorty is going to take some more photos, which might appear on Twitter a little while later. Ball with O'Neill, a heavy touch by Stones. He loses the ball. Stones is the chance here now for Ward. He's breaking away, and it's Grimello. Grimello one-on-one here with the goalkeeper. And he tried to chip him, and a good catch there by Jackson Smith. Stones, though, almost became the culprit, giving away the 3rd goal. Good work, though, from Smith. Afusu gets the ball down. Challenge, loses the ball. Smith in the centre of Kettering's defence gets the ball out wide to O'Neill. O'Neill going forward. There is Afusu trying to beat the number 4 Milnes, but it comes off Milnes for a throw-in. Well, it's thrills and spills, Ed. Not ones I'm enjoying, that is for sure.
Particularly, no.
Crawford gives the ball away, and Milnes gets a chance here to test out Smith, but Smith gets a leg to it, plays it back to his goalkeeper, and that's gone out for a corner. It was poor from Chris Smith, putting Jackson Smith under pressure that Kettering don't need. As I say, being reduced to 10 men, they're going to cram that 6-yard box, and Kettering with it all to do now if they're to remain in the FA Cup. The winners, of course, will face York City as they beat Morpeth Town 3-1 earlier this evening. And just seeing the Kettering stewards who have come here to help out tonight in front of us. It will be a corner on the far side. Milnes waiting for a ball. Oh, he's got the ball. The corner flag's at an angle.
Yes, it's fallen over.
Fallen over.
It's gone to
Milnes
sleep.
comes in, back post, and touched on by Jackson Smith.
There's a 10 o'clock cutout for the corner flags as well, by the way.
Is that?
Yeah. Oh, dearie me. Kettering just can't keep the ball. Never a fly. He's given a foul. I don't really know how he's given that. Oh, he's giving it the other way. Okay. I mean, it wasn't a foul for either, really, but...
Well, we still can't give you an attendance. We haven't got that. So, I'm sure that's not your main concern. Kettering making another substitution. Off comes Alex Brown, and on comes DeCarry Sheriff. That's Kettering's final substitution of the evening.
1,017, we're told, the attendance.
1,017, thank you for that.
I don't know what's going on here, actually. Well, the referee gave it Kettering's way, and then the free kick is Buxton's.
And Paul Cox now is having a word again with the fourth official. I mean, this referee has had an appalling game.
I don't really know what's happening at the moment again.
Well,
it's a Buxton player down right on the touchline. So I don't actually know what the decision is. Is it a Buxton free kick because the referee pointed Kettering's way?
Yeah, he definitely pointed Kettering's way, that is for sure.
And it is going to be...
a Buxton free kick.
A Buxton free kick? Oh, okay. And ball clipped down the line. And Storer needs to be careful. It's in the corner. And it's a really good ball. And now there's a chance. And it may be the finish. It is.
Game, set and match as Di Guglielmo gets his second of the game, his fourth against Kettering. A superbly struck shot, and that has to be Kettering out of the cup. Can't see them coming back from this, Ed. Can't see where a goal's coming from. And before DeCarry Sheriff gets a touch, Kettering find themselves 3-1 down with 10 men.
Well, Ash Chambers is coming on for Tommy Elliott for the home side with 11 minutes to go.
Well, that's his 14th goal of the season so far for the Buxton man. Certainly is a hot shot. Doesn't get many chances, but when he gets a chance, he takes it, as has been proven in the two matches against Kettering. And it looks like another substitution for Kettering. Reece Sharp has
substitution then. So
Reece Sharp has come on for Connor Johnson.
Fosu, he just was fouled, but the referees decided not to give anything. I think the referee's happy to get the game finished. To be honest, great challenge by Chris Smith, straight out to Milnes. Offside is the Buxton man. And I think he probably was as well.
Well, the
Buxton man is down.
Well, there's a surprise.
Injured again.
Reece Sharp is coming on only for his second appearance of the season. And
been out a long time with an injury, hasn't he, Reece Sharp?
He has, but hasn't been an impressive performance at all by Kettering. They've played well on the carpet when they've have to, but certainly it isn't going to go down in folklore, is it?
So I make it we've got about 9 minutes left, plus whatever the referee adds on. But really, I think it's going to be, well, if it was a miracle beforehand, I don't know what you'd call it for Kettering to get anything out of this game now.
It'll be a second coming, I think, if Kettering get anything out of this. And I just don't see where a goal's coming from. Just have not got that firepower when it matters. Another substitution for
Jamie Ward coming off, and it's it's Akeem Hines, apologies, coming on for Buxton.
And another substitution for the Bucks with 26 number 7, Jamie Ward.
The substitution has now been made, and Kettering will get the game underway. Jackson Smith then, long forward, headed on by a Buxton player, kept in, and back into the penalty area, cleared by Lyndon Meikle. Storer plays a ball through, brought down by Carrie Sheriff. Good defending that from Buxton again. And Kettering are so high up that there's no one in the Kettering half, and 2 Buxton players basically 3 through. Afosu doing some defending, brought down by Chris Smith. Storer's robbed of it, no shout from a teammate, and Buxton have the ball back. Stones does really well to nick the ball away. Crawford then plays the ball over towards Callum Powell, touches it forward. Will he play it back to Sharpie? No, he goes by himself. Still going, gets a corner from it. Callum Powell.
Corner to be taken then. Powell is, I think, going to take this corner himself. Down here on the left-hand side, time running out for the Poppies. 3-1 down here at Tarmac Silverlands. Comes in, it's a back post towards Smith. Hurst wins that though. Smith can't do much with it. It goes out harmlessly for a goal kick. And Kettering being punished for those chances missed in both games, I think, Ed. And certainly didn't help when they went down to 10 men, giving Buxton the extra space on their home turf, or carpet, should I say. Theo Richardson taking his time once again with the goal kick. Puts it out towards Diego. He keeps it in. Meikle he couldn't keep it in, so it'll be a throw in to Kettering. Afusa gives the ball back to Sharp. And Sharp long throw in towards DeCarry Sheriff. It comes off Granite. We're throwing to Kettering. As Sharp going to take one of his long throws. We have 2 long throw-in specialists on at the moment. Needs to going to be some super throws if we're going to get anything out of this game. It comes in towards that back post. There's Smith. It comes off Smith's head. Keeper comes out here and catches it quite easily in the 6-yard box. Goes down in a crumpled heap. Cuddles the ball as extra seconds are being ate away in this game. Richardson, long ball towards Diego Di Gramello, the star of the evening, puts the ball through. Smith comes out, and there's a bit of confusion there for Kettering, putting Jackson Smith under pressure. And O'Neill flicks it through towards the carry sheriff, but he can't find him. Mills chests it down, robbed by Jordan Crawford, who then is robbed to Fusi, puts it out on the far side to Powell, who's changed wings now. He's on the right hand side. He's beaten to it. It's put out for a throw in. Time running out for the Poppies. Going to go out of this competition, I won't say in controversial circumstances, but we've had a few interesting moments this evening on and off the pitch again.
The thing is, despite how poor the referee has been, it's not really caused any issue. It's not been the reason that Kettering have lost.
Not caused enough up front, and Buxton not going for the ball at all, leaving it. There's no ball boys here, so it's left for Isaac Stones to get the goalkeeper the ball, which he has done. Well, we've been asked for our man of the match, which is a difficult one really for Kettering. I'm going to think about that. I can't really.
We may have to give you that one at a later date.
Yeah, but it is Hurst. He finds Milnes. Milnes comes inside, gets the ball over faster, cut out by Luke O'Neill. He lumps the ball forward towards Powell. Powell hasn't got there. It's got through to Hurst. He gives it away to Jordan Crawford, but he can't keep it from going out. Quick throw in by Crawford. Gets it back to O'Neill. He chests it down. O'Neill does well. plays it wide over here to Sharp. Hurst will win this, he does. Gets the ball to Curley, and it's back with Chambers. Chambers, long, high ball towards Hines. Hines fouls Luke O'Neill. Right, it's not Luke, it is Luke O'Neill, right in the centre of the Kettering half. Chris Smith then for...
John Ramshaw has actually come and joined us up in the press area.
Doesn't look happy, does John. Ball comes in, it's headed out. Storer takes one touch with his head, then another. Under pressure, chests it down, gets it back to Chris Smith. He is fouled off the ball by Gramello, and cries of booking. Free kick to be taken by Luke O'Neill just inside the Kettering half as time running out in this second period of 15 minutes. O'Neill with a long free kick. Goes straight to the goalkeeper. No pressure for the goalkeeper whatsoever. He just collects the ball calmly, goes down, wastes some more seconds, and takes the time to deposit this. So it looks like it's going to be York City against Buxton, which means Kettering will be at home to Darlington that day. The ball's put through here to the 14. There could be a goal here for Hines. Hines, penalty area, comes out here. Hines, great save from Jackson Smith. It comes off Smith for a corner. Hines could have made Kettering's embarrassment even worse, but a great save, a block save from Jackson Smith in the dying embers of the second period results in a corner for the Bucks, and it is Dawson that's going over to take this rather slowly. I think it's all immaterial though for Kettering really. And the home fans beginning to rejoice on our left-hand side, and so they should. Famous scalp here for the Derbyshire side, and it is Ward paving his way through. Hines with the ball, gets the ball over, it out here. Meikle trying to cut it out, he can't. Afusu gets the ball and is fouled again by this time Milnes, and surely Milnes has got to be booked.
Yeah,
he has.
I make it about a minute left until the final whistle goes for the final time in Derbyshire.
The ball with Luke O'Neill trying to find Afusu, which he does on the right hand side. Afusu, nobody with him. He's got Milnes in front of him. He tried to put it wide, and Milnes. Afusu gets the ball over. It is, there's the back post. There's Chris Smith, and it's headed out and cleared by Meikle.
Oh, there's no one back for Kettering, and it doesn't reach the Buxton man. If it had, then that was probably 4-0, to be honest.
Yeah, 4-1. As the ball is out to Afusu from Storer. Afusu then trying to save Kettering's blushes with maybe another consolation goal. He comes in here, comes in there. He's headed out. There's no Kettering player there. He comes in, overhead kick, missed, and they can't get it in. It ends up in the goalkeeper's arms. A mad scramble, and the desperate effort from Luke O'Neill to try and steer the ball in came to nothing. 2 minutes of time added on now in extra time. It looks like the Poppies are going out of the Emirates FA Cup this season to Buxton, and disappointingly so, down to 10 men, having taken the lead once again in a game they should have controlled but haven't. And good luck to Buxton in the next round as Hines tries to find Gramello, but it's hooked away by O'Neill. He finds Stones, is played out wide on the right hand side. He's got Crawford. Stones is outpaced though, and there's a foul by Stones, and they've left it for a goal kick instead. But all we can say is thank you so much for listening this evening. Over 500 of you at 1 point had tuned in. We appreciate that despite the result, and we're getting to the final moments of this game. John Ramshaw's up here with us. Of course, he was sent off when the lights were out in that period.
I make it this goal kick will probably do things for the evening.
Well, we will try and get an interview with Paul Cox after the game. Not sure when that's going to be on our websites the time we get back, but we'll do what we can he will be disappointed, obviously, as Sharp gets the ball back to Smith. Referee looks at his watch. Any time now there'll be a famous cheer here in Buxton. There's Hines.
Well, there could be chance for one last attack, I would imagine. Well, Buxton aren't going to go to the corner this time. And there is a chance here. Good defending by Claudio Afosu, but it won't matter.
Well, there goes the final whistle. You heard the cheers of excitement from the Buxton crowd, and Kettering down on their knees, and it's all over. Kettering's FA Cup campaign is over. It will be Buxton going to York City, which means on November the 6th, Kettering will have a home match against Darlington. But it's all over here at the Silverlands. Ed Palmer and myself finishing up. We'll be trying to get an interview with the manager a little while later. That will appear on the website sometime in the future. But from Ed and myself, it's disappointing news here for Poppies fans in Derbyshire. But the final score, Buxton 3, Kettering Town 1. Good.